Isaac, you're gonna have to go upstairs, kiddo. Okay, be quiet. And we're live. Do all that too. Thank you everybody for coming and watching the show. I've got headphones right now because I actually have Eric. Eric Rove is with us. And Eric, you want to say hello?
Hey everyone, how's it going?
So this is my Procaster setup, and he's actually coming through. Nobody cares that I'm doing, I'm going to give you a whole technological way that I've got the setup, but I'm doing it anyway. I got it set up through my phone on Wi-Fi, and it was this whole operation, and we worked on it earlier today, and it took a little while just from my end because I had no headphones, so I had to run out and get headphones. So yeah, it's great to have Eric here. Today we're going to be drawing Hellboy and Lucian from Ascension. In the thumbnail I just wrote Ascension because I figured everybody, or at least more people, know what that is than if I said Lucian, and people think, what is that? So, but that's what we're drawing. So today will be Hellboy. Next week will be Lucian. So we'll get in some clothing this week, and we'll get in some wings next week, which is great. It's nice to do something a little different. I don't think I've really done a character with like a heavy drapery so far. I'm probably wrong, but not that I remember. Okay, so here we go. Oh, and One Mighty Art, good to see you here. Russ Hicks is here. Alec Aubert, DPLA Art. Eric Ton. Greg L is here. Kenny Wang. Everybody's saying, wait, what about Meredith? Well, we'll have to see about that. All right. So, and I think we already got a super chat. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah, I think it was, it's part of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
From the Mad Right, Raw and Pro. Good evening, everybody, and David and Meredith.
Well, thank you, SES. Right. Okay, here we go. I really need at some point to change this microphone. So what I've got right now, I don't think it's in the shot. You know what is in the shot though? This thing, but I can't change that. But the microphone, the way it sits, anyway, it's in the way. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna draw Lucian basically kind of up here, and then Hellboy kind of down here. And actually drawing like a cover or any picture with a couple of characters, I really like a lot of times just working with just like a big block shape, because the whole point is just the character's placement. I don't want to have to actually draw the characters. I want to make sure that they take up the space that they're supposed to take up. I think I'm going to move in Lucian just a little bit more because I want, anyway, something like that. Okay, so here we go. And I've got my little sketch. I don't know if it's, you know what, here, look at this. I'm going to move this. You'll be able to see my sketch. Here it is, right here. There you go.
Super chat from Trent and Matty. Hey David, Trent, could you next week draw a Red Hood? Suit is called the I Trusted You suit. It's from Arkham Knight. Love your art.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I think Red Hood would be a blast to draw. I would really enjoy it. So, well, it wouldn't be next week because next week we're doing Lucian. We're doing the second half of this one, but it will be. I definitely will draw Red Hood. I've drew him in Batman. Like I've drawn him in the comics, but very, very little. So it'd be nice to actually get a chance to draw him a little bit more. Hey, Henry Jamrick's here. And Henry says, show us the thumbnail. I did show you the thumbnail, And actually, if you were looking, you could see the thumbnail from my last week's drawing here too, which means what that means is I haven't changed my paper, so I still have all the mess under there. So we're gonna run out of room fast today. And Kenny Wang says Eric sounds like he's underwater. Well, what it is, Kenny, is Eric is actually not here. He's on the phone.
Swimming pool.
And we're using high-tech technology. That's why yeah. In this day of HD everything, we're on the phone. That's all right.
We're gonna 5-0 chat. Super chat from the audience. Photography, super excited. So here we had Sandra Hope. And lastly, how awesome was it today?
Sandra Hope, how awesome was what? What's that? Eric?
I'm sorry? Oh, he said super excited for tonight. Also, have you had your work inked by Sarah Hope? And then lastly, how awesome was it to be inked by Scott Williams?
Oh yeah, and thank you for the super chat very much. By the way, Page One Comics. That's Jimmy Reyes is here. Jimmy has his Indiegogo for Dragon Rage coming up very soon. I'm going to be actually on Jimmy's channel October 6th, Sunday. So hopefully you guys will, check it out and see us there. We're going to be, spending the whole night talking about Jimmy's book, which is looking beautiful. I think it's a great book, and hopefully we can, convince you guys to give it a try. All right. Oh, super right. Sorry, Eric. Now you see what Meredith goes through. Scott Williams was incredible to work with. I mean, he has such an iconic look to everything he inks, and honestly, just being inked by him at all it's like saying, I made it. So it was a really big deal for me, and I actually got to ink Scott Williams on a picture. It was an X-Men cover I did earlier this year, which was a really big deal for me. I'm kind of, I'm coming off here. I'm forgetting to draw my whole body. I'm drawing the arm, and it's all kind of goinky, so let's fix that.
So the chat's mentioning using Discord. We could try that, I guess. I'm not quite sure how straightforward that would be to set up now. I don't think my voice is coming through too well.
Yeah, I have to admit, it's kind of not. I don't know what's going on. It was actually better before. And I do know, like, if you used like Zoom or some of these different things, you can actually get a much better sound. And I was thinking, you know what, for tonight, we're working out the bugs here, everyone. So, I figured let's keep it as easy as we can. I can hear you. We're fine for tonight, and we can work that out next time we do this. So Eric, here, I think.
And now it's breaking up.
Am I breaking up for you?
Yeah, it's cut out for a second.
You know what it is too? It's not you, it's actually my phone over here. Because I've got really bad reception down here, which is why sometimes my stream actually goes a little sideways. And there's really nothing I can do about it here. Well, at least right now. So, but yeah, Eric has been drawing quite a bit. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen him. He's the moderator of the Discord, and he's got his own art that he's been working on. And we've been actually working together for the last, would you say, 2 months, something like that?
Yeah, about a month or two. Yep.
Yeah, it's been coming along amazingly well. I mean, you were already doing some really good looking work anyway, so that certainly makes it much easier. But yeah, I keep saying to everyone, if you want to learn how to draw, you really have to go about it the right way and, structure it properly. And it's so hard to convince people to do that. And Eric, you're really, going ahead, and it's kind of like biting the bullet and stopping and then having to basically start from, the ground up again a little bit. So how's that been?
Yeah, I mean, structure's everything. That was a huge gap. And, I was so focused on anatomy and rendering and making sure everything looked shiny. But, if you don't have your structure down, you're going to face a lot of problems. And there's quite a lot of gaps that, in my opinion, and that is probably the biggest gap. All those, and hopefully get a lot better. But structure is definitely the number one thing. And doing gesture studies and hand stuff, it's insanely helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's amazing to me when somebody is very talented and picks things up quickly and easily. It's amazing how just a little bit of work with gesture, the difference it makes so quickly. And working with proper form, that kind of thing. Constructive type drawing And I mean, I can't believe how quickly you've been picking it up. So it's always, I really enjoy, I mean, I enjoy teaching, you know, and this is so much why I've been doing this whole channel the way that I've been doing. But it's so much more gratifying when you see it really make a big difference, for sure. All right. So I figure you know what, I'm totally running the risk right now. I've got my reference, but I also have my Hellboy book open over here of a camera because, you know, cheating. And I'm like catching myself actually drawing the picture from my Hellboy book is going to end up being a total swipe. I need to, you know what? I can't close it. Let me at least move. This happens to me sometimes. And next thing you know, I'm like totally copying somebody's picture. And I'm like, oh no. So I'm going to close that and find a different reference image because I can't remember his code exactly. But I don't want to keep looking at that picture. Otherwise, it's just going to be a big Mike Vignola swipe all night.
Charlie Park says a $5 super chat. Just a drawing forever hours this week. Can you talk about head placement on the neck? And do you start heads more oval or box in places?
Okay. So what I do is when I just sketch a head, yeah, it would be like an oval, and then I draw my line down the middle across for the brow, because it's not the eyes actually, this is the eyebrow, and then I can start to structure from there. So I'm going to draw a line for my nose, evenly spaced, and then down to the mouth right here. And so I'm using what I had, but now I'm actually putting, you know, proper structure on it. So I would be here, nose, and then to place the neck. The important things to remember, and I've got that kind of here. This big muscle that you've got on your neck connects up to the ear and then connects to the center of where your clavicle bones meet. So it goes like that. And then from the side, it kind of, here's the nose. That's a terrible head. This is what happens when I don't structure things. Look at that, see? I can't draw without structuring either. But okay, so I've got my ear here, and then this muscle comes here, comes to the front, and then along the back, you've got another muscle that goes down into this big, I don't know the names of the muscles. And you know what, I've been telling myself, and I've been so busy, but it's important to me to actually start learning these names properly, just so I can have Robert Marzullo not laugh at, not that he's laughing at me, but he should be. But yeah, this muscle connects here, and that's basically your whole operation. But constructively, when you're drawing, you really want to just think of, you know, here's my torso. I'm going to draw a hole for the neck, and then my neck, because my torso, I'm going to draw a line around it, so it's all pointed. Basically, if it was a box, it would be angled like this. And so if I draw a circle here, I want my neck to project out along that same line. And Eric, you'll have to tell me if I'm off the camera. So
yeah,
it'd be,
you're good.
Okay, good. And so, yeah, basically like this. And so when I draw the head, I wanted to draw it on top of the neck. I can just kind of place it there, but then I'm going to draw this muscle, and there's my ear. Now my eyes connect back to my ear like this. There's my nose, there's my mouth, and then I can make the head connect very nicely and actually look like it has a neck that actually, you know, is on the body. And that's a real mess, but that's how I do it. So there you go. And thank you for the super chat. All right.
Yeah, then we had another one from Matej Suarez. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, sir. It's who would win in a fight, you or Frank Cho?
In a fist fight? Who would win? I don't know. I mean, you know, Frank Cho is always happy. I can't imagine him fighting someone. So, me. No, I have no idea. he doesn't seem like he takes a whole lot of, you know, guff from anyone, so I'm sure he's pretty tough. Yeah, Frank Cho, he's high in the list of people I couldn't imagine, you know, getting into a fight with. All right. I should start talking about all the people in comics that I think I would get into a fight with. There's no one, really. I just try to get along. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going to start inking. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me just sketch in Lucian and make sure he's fitting up here. All right, here we go. I'm going to draw him kind of angled, and the reason I'm doing that, I was thinking about drawing him straight on, but if I do that, his arm will be cut off, and I don't want his arms just down. So this way it'll give me room to draw that arm and this arm, and they'll both fit. So that's really the reason I'm doing it this way. Drawing his chest, pelvis. I'm going to keep him like straight up and down, kind of like this. He's actually got drapery too. Kind of forgetting. He's got like a toga. Draw one arm like that. Now I need to be careful. See, that's not going to work. And it's not going to work because I don't want to have his hand intersecting with Hellboy's head, and I don't want to raise it above it in a weird way. Oh, that doesn't look good either. Oh, no. See, I planned out my Hellboy, I didn't plan out my Lucian. Now you guys get to watch me blow this whole thing all night. I'm going to draw the other arm in. My avoiding artist block technique. If it's not working... Okay. If it's not working, I just move on to something else and then go back to it. And I have to wonder, is it more fun to watch me just draw? Or is it more fun to watch me like struggle and have problems?
Actually, it's pretty helpful for people to see you struggle a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I think, you know, I could see how that would be. Rather than, because it doesn't always just go easily. And I have a real tendency when I'm doing sketches to do, you know, the same 4 or 5 poses that I do a lot. And actually, I've seen people in the chat calling me out on that. Thank you guys for that. But, you know, yeah, it's really easy to just be drawing the same thing over and over. I think what I'm going to do is bend his arm. I'm going to try it, see what happens. Terrible. Okay. I might have to bite the bullet and put his arm where it was, and it'll be behind Hellboy's head. It's like terrible design. But then, you know, what's worse? Really bad design or a really stiff figure? Which this might be anyway. I would rather have bad design. I mean, ideal, honestly, and if this was a cover, I would really be having to rethink right now. But it's not a cover, so I'm kind of cheating. I'm not going to go too, and he's going to have a wing coming out like this. The other wing is going to go like this and kind of down. This sort of a deal here. All right, we're good. Moving on. Oh, Art9's here. Jordan Seward is here. Drinking beer. Jealous. So, Eric, are you a beer guy? Oh.
What do you mean now?
No?
Pretty much drink coffee the whole day.
Oh, okay, well, me too. But, yeah, what I like to do, if I can get away with it, and I can't every day, but I come up around, you know, 4:30 or so, and I'll have a beer. But I can't really, like, we've got kids and responsibilities and stuff, so it's not like I can just sit there and drink beer all night. But maybe when I retire, that'll be my hobby.
Yeah, I drink an unhealthy amount of coffee.
Well,
how many cups a day?
So do you make a pot?
Oh, a few pots a day.
Really? Oof, yeah, that's too much. Yeah, I make a pot. I usually don't finish it, and it's still, I think it's probably too much. Oh, Art Jedi's here. Oh, by the way, Art Jedi, that's Joshua. I sent in the logo concept that you did. This is a month and a half ago or so, just about. And I sent it into a designer and got it all, you know, designed with like my name and the whole thing, because I'm setting up my website right now and I wanted to have everything. So anyway, I'm excited for you to see it, and I need to, you know, give you something for it. So we're gonna have to talk. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I thought it turned out really great. So I just actually got it today, so I'm still pumped. I just showed it to Meredith, and I got like 5 different color schemes, and the one that I really liked, she didn't like. So we'll see. All right, let me.
All right, we got a $5 super chat from Terry. I was studying your file covers and was wondering, did you thicken her up on purpose, or is the way you draw on women slim down naturally?
So it was what on purpose?
Did you thicken her up on purpose, or has your method changed over the years to slim down women?
Yeah, you know, okay. And actually, I did a YouTube video all about drawing female torsos, and somebody in the comments said that they felt like I drew my women too thin and the head's too big and they look juvenile. And, you know, so I was angry. Not really, you know, but it's a totally legitimate point that I've actually heard before. When I was doing Wonder Woman, people were upset because they thought she looked too young. And so I had to kind of take a step back and go, you know, wait a minute, how am I drawing this and how can I adjust it? And I did try to adjust her proportions and work with it a little bit. And hopefully during the rest of that series, it was better. And I think that I've been better with that, you know, because I'm not trying to make, you know, Wonder Woman look like she's, you know, 15 years old or anything. It's just, yeah, you know, it's amazing how you get into habits of how you're drawing something, whether it's the right way or the wrong way, or it's bad or it's good, and you don't see it. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I was working for Tom Brevoort. I was doing Avengers, and if any of you guys have the Avengers stuff, it's a little older now, you know, but there's a whole bunch of it during Avengers Disassembled where the tops of the heads got really short. And oh, we have a guest. Hold on. I need to set up your microphone. Totally unprepared. It's not prepared, so I just need to place it there. You're in the way. There. Just adjust it if it's not right.
I won't know because I can't hear anything.
Okay, let me turn up your volume. There. You should be on. So yeah. All right. I forgot what I was saying. Oh. Right. Oh yeah. So Tom Brevoort. Anyway, all my heads were really short, and he finally said something like 3 issues later, and I was all upset about that too. And so yeah, next thing you know, I fixed it, because as much as I got upset, I thought, okay, I can't just, you know, you have to take criticism. And the minute I fixed it, all of a sudden I could see it. And then I went back over the like 3 issues, and oh, it's painful to see how bad it looked. I could see it so much. And apparently Tom Brevoort, it had been driving him crazy for a few months before he finally said something, you know. I mean, he's a great editor. He's a very supportive editor, and I think he didn't want to just step on my toes. It was a, you know, it was a big deal, that book, and I was going through a lot of pressure with it, and I think he was, you know, waiting for the right time to say, yeah, you need to fix that. So yeah, we've got Meredith here. Are you all set up? That microphone's too far away.
I'm here. Finally.
What?
I'm allowed to come. I was allowed.
You need me to fix it for you?
I don't think I'm fine. Is it good?
Now that I have headphones on, I can hear the thing.
Fine. Stop it. I'm fine.
All right, she's fine.
Nobody complains. any week. But you have freaking headphones on, and suddenly I'm a problem. Hey, Kenny Wang, it's Meredith. Hey, Jordan, it's Meredith.
You got to say hi to Eric.
Lance. Hey, Eric. I'm Eric.
Hey, Meredith, how are you?
You thought you were taking my job, but you're done.
He said,
No, not at all.
he said, hey, Meredith, how are you? Yeah, this is a problem. Meredith can't actually hear.
I can't hear anything. Dave's like, hey, Eric's going to be like part of the stream tonight.
Right.
So to test out if we can have guests who can call in.
Well, and also...
The only difference is you can't hear them, Meredith. You're excluded. So don't come down for half an hour.
Yeah.
I don't want you. Last week I couldn't be here. This week he didn't want me. This is what happens when you, don't show up for 1 week. I get replaced. Hey, Aaron.
I was totally pumped to have Eric on tonight too. So yeah, I'm glad that we were able to do that.
Hey to Lance, but I don't know. You kind of interrupted me.
Sorry. Well, I just want to say, yeah, it was great to have Eric here tonight.
DPLAR. It's Meredith.
She's not going to stop talking.
I'm not going to stop talking now. See, you started me. I'm here.
Man.
I'm talking. This is why I'm here. Nobody wants to listen to you. They want to watch you, but I'm more interesting. So
yeah, Eric will be back because I mean there are times when you can't do the stream, and like last week it was a fiasco. You didn't watch any, but back I did. It was rough. Trying to do it on my own. I couldn't handle it. So yeah, having Eric here, he fought with this with me all day. Well, for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half today. Would you say, Eric?
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I have to laugh. Because I'm sorry. Kenny Wang's like, oh my god, the cough is back. I love it.
So yeah, so we'll have Eric on again. Next time we have Eric, we are gonna have better sound too. We'll have to figure that out.
And a guest. Someday we'll have a guest.
Yeah, and we'll have a guest someday.
The fact that Eric is on means that someday
I know
you can have a guest.
And I'm thrilled. And you know what? We could not have had a better guest first than Eric. He's a very good friend, and I love him to death.
Amazing moderator.
An amazing moderator. So yes, I'm very, very grateful. And yeah, thank you for coming on and helping with us tonight, Eric. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I will.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Eric. You're done.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. So you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Yeah, goodbye, everybody. I'm gonna go to the channel here and on the chat and crack some skulls. I haven't been able to.
I don't know what he said, but I'm just going to say goodbye.
He's going to go into the chat and crack some skulls. He hasn't been able to. All right. Thank you, Eric.
Thanks so much
All
for
I have to
having me on.
say is, if
pleasure.
I was having a bad day, coming down here and seeing the chat is the greatest thing ever. Because
that's great.
Everybody's like, hold on, I got to get back to where I was.
Okay, well, you can hear Eric.
All right, David.
He was saying goodbye.
I'll chat you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much, Eric.
See, this is the problem with me now.
Bye.
You're excluding me.
Hold on. Now I need to figure this whole thing out because...
Oh my gosh, it's a fiasco already.
Okay, because I'm going to take these off. Because I don't think... I don't need them now. And it's so distracting for me having headphones on because I can hear my voice really loud.
Yeah, I can imagine. Your voice melodious to others, not so much for yourself.
No. Well, and when it's in your ear, I think if you're used to it.
Yeah, I'm sure you get used to it. Anyway, Page One Comics was like, welcome back, Meredith Finch, we missed you. Something sketchy's like, dang, I leave for 1 minute. Oh, Dave's already inking. Yeah, you are. Why are you so fast? Art9's like, hello, Meredith Finch. Hey, Art9. One Mighty R says, Meredith Finch. See, you guys did miss me. Listen.
They did.
Coxedge says, that's right, can't have the stream without Meredith. The team is back. Mike Brown, awesome. Charles Petrie, Meredith's in the building. Jacket Club, yippee for Meredith. Henry, Jeremy says, hi, Meredith, glad you're back. And Sven Jensen had a super chat to say, loved your female drawings tutorial, and yay, Meredith's back. Thanks for your $5 super chat, Sven. Something sketchy says Meredith's back. Oh my gosh, you guys actually missed me.
I actually...
you did miss me, didn't you? Did you miss me?
Of course. Actually, when I did the thumbnail, it always says with Meredith and Dave, and I just took that part out.
So you just put with Dave? So we're like...
No, I didn't even put with Dave. I just took it out. Just to... Oh, and then we had you come in late. It's drama, man. And I didn't think I'd be able to say, because we were talking about it earlier, and I said, okay, I'm gonna end up saying you'll be back in a minute, but I totally held out.
Oh, I'm impressed.
And Eric did so well.
SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. We have a Meredith sighting. It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
We missed you.
Like people I've never even seen before. Spooky's Hideout. Hello, Meredith. Hello, Spooky's Hideout. Gordon Mallet. Meredith. See, people are excited.
Ah, that's great.
Oh my gosh. Charles Park says, Meredith, Dave missed 3 of my super chats last week. Devastating.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charles. Man.
Oh. See, this is why I'm here. ODM photography.
Oh yeah, by the way, ODM sent some, because I put up on Gumroad, for those of you not aware, I have a Gumroad site. There's a link in the description, and there are sample pages, just penciled and ink pages if you want to color them, and pencil pages if you want to ink them, or just.
Did you charge for them? Because we've been fighting about that.
No, I didn't.
Did you put them for free again?
I did put them for free.
Killing me.
I know, but I put it anyway.
I'm like, dude, people pay $1 for a cup of coffee. More than that.
We were talking about ODM, who turned in.
I do love ODM. I was going to super chat read ODM's super chat.
Oh well. Okay, go ahead.
He wants to know, what do you pencilers look for from an inker?
A clean interpretation of. Let me hit. Sorry.
Is this your crickets?
No. I was just unpairing my phone.
Okay.
And I thought I did, but it had another step. It's like a 3-step process. You want it to look like the pencils. Like you want it to, reflect what was there and not lose any character if a face has an expression. And it's very difficult to ink and not lose some of that stuff. It's almost kind of bound to happen that you're going to lose some. So that's number 1. Then number 2 is, a clean line. And good transitions from dark to lights. But yeah, just a really good clean line. And then number 3, I think, is textures. And that's a bit more of an X factor. And it depends on the artist and what they're looking for. I like a really kind of a texture thing. And I know I gave you a hard time on ODM, some textures. There was some whiteout, and it's totally my fault because in the pencils, I use a big fat eraser like this one and just, blotted out some whiteout. But generally I'm used to, like Richard Friend or Danny Mickey would just take that and do like a crackle through, and and I think he was a little afraid because it's, when you're starting working on something and you haven't really worked with somebody before, you don't want to take too many liberties. But anyway, I said, yeah, it's got to be, basically I'm saying you need to do my job for me. It's terrible, but
that's true.
That is huge. And this is, inkers don't get the respect that they deserve because they are doing a huge portion of the art. Like what you're seeing, all those beautiful textures and all that stuff, that's inkers that are bringing that. And so.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to say, can I just say that like inkers back in the day, they ended up like being responsible for almost drawing pages. Yeah, putting in the shadows.
You do as like a layout, you could line draw something and the inkers would have to be responsible for everything. You leave less, I think nowadays, certainly you do, I don't know about other artists, but you leave less for the inkers to interpret than happened, back in the Stan Lee.
Well, me and everyone else, nobody really leaves things quite so open as they once did. That's definitely, some people I'm sure, and it can happen, but for the most part, things are tighter than they,
You're doing Hellboy tonight.
Hellboy, and then Lucian from Ascension is on the top, right up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you doing 2 characters? What the hell?
I'm not doing it all tonight.
I censored myself.
Don't worry, I'm not doing it all tonight. Lucian will be next week.
I just want people to know, like, lately I've been I'm going to bed at 8:30, so this, for me to come into the stream at 8:30 is, I must really love you guys. That being said, I'm going to butcher this name and I apologize right now. Adveus Suarez for $2 super chat says, does Meredith think Frank Cho would win a fight? Now, here's what I would say. It depends on who Frank Cho's fighting. If Frank's fighting Meredith...
okay, here we go.
Frank's not going to win. But if Frank is fighting Dave, I feel like all bets are off. I feel like that is like, what are those things you watch, like the Saturday night fights, the MMA? I feel like that's an MMA worthy, like Dave and Frank in the ring, because neither one of them, I don't know how athletically inclined either of
Hey.
them are.
Wow, welcome back.
I love you so much. Oh dear. I could keep tooting my own horn by reading things like Gino. I thoroughly enjoy hearing Meredith. He didn't even have to say including the cough, because you know that's going to make an appearance.
I don't know if you're aware, it's actually the first thing you did when you sat down.
It was almost... Okay, I sat down and...
Before you spoke, you coughed. And I was much more aware of it because I had the headphones on. So
yeah, you're like, cough, cough.
Yeah.
Well, before I sat down, though, I yelled at Isaac for not cleaning up his sleepover mess from his birthday, so... There's that. I'm scrolling down to see what I missed. Scrolling down. Daniel Castelli. Super chat for $1.99. I was about to sign off.
Are you giving up on me, Daniel?
Until Meredith came back.
Wow.
Oh, and apparently you're cold. And Spooky's Hideout says, Meredith, of course you were missed. Corey says, yay, the drawing tutorial was so good after a month of figure drawing. I felt like I'm doing progress. That's awesome.
That's great.
Purveyor of Loops. Hey, Finch, family and friends. I'm back to work in the kitchen while I watch on the TV. I love that people can watch this on the TV. That is awesome. Marcus Pedro de Barros. I feel like with Barros, you should be related to Egg. Hi, Meredith. Glad to see you back. Dave was needing a lot of help. Oh, dear, Dave.
Eric was doing great.
No, I think everybody's referring to last week.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That was
last week a bit of fiasco. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right. People won't even super chat because they know you'll ignore it.
Well, yeah.
All right. Kenny Wang. That means Kenny Wang gets a question. If inkers need to be faithful to the pencils, then why don't people just use Photoshop to change the gray values to black?
Because, okay, well, faithful to the pencils is still a relative concept. An inker is going to be more clean than a penciler. You know, with a penciler, you have all of this underdrawing and everything. That stuff is very difficult to completely eradicate. And when you darken pencils, that stuff really shows up, and it can look like a mess. And so there was a period, actually, you know, toward the end of my time at Marvel, you know, when I was working there regularly on a book, a lot of artists were drawing with pencil and then just working that way. Nobody does it anymore because now everybody's drawing on the computer if they're going to do that, if they're going to ink it themselves. But yeah, it resulted in either really faded looking pencils that weren't very nice. Okay, some beautiful pencils and some people did some great stuff. I don't want to, you know, but I felt like it was not the best representation of the pencils. Or you got something that was very dark, but it ended up being, you know, less clean. And you can have, I've seen actually Frank Whiteley do pencils, and it looks incredible. And that's just his style. Like, he has such a great, you know, it's such a textural style that it works great. For me, I never liked it.
Yeah, I've seen you get mad when people go right from color on your pencils.
Yes.
I've seen some Marvel covers that way, and you just get angry. I personally...
Yeah, I know.
I don't have a problem with it.
You're not the artist.
But I'm not the artist. I'm just the writer. So, Artsy Designs wants to know, at Meredith Finch, glad you're back. Do you know if Dave posted the magic sketch for me to color? I can tell you, Artsy, that he did not. And the reason I can tell you that is that file was on my computer, not Dave's. But we were talking today about things you could post on Gumroad.
Right, and Meredith had an idea, which we're not going to do. Oh, okay. I don't know if I really liked it.
I don't know, love. Throw it out there, see what people think.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to throw it out there and see.
Okay, let me just preface it. I want to preface by saying it was a terrible idea.
I don't think so.
Okay, go.
So Dave has more than one cover sketch started where he's like, oh, I'm going to do this for my cover, and decides that that's not working for him. So, for example, in my office, I happen to have a partially started Wonder Woman cover. And I personally think maybe you didn't feel like the cover design was perfect.
That actually is usually the problem. It's not the drawing, it's the design.
But the Wonder Woman itself, I think, is a great.
Yeah, I didn't like
Wonder Woman.
Design. I know which one. I think I know which one you're talking about. It's got Swamp Thing on it.
I don't know. And all I know is that I thought it would be cool if Dave were to post partially finished things on Gumroad for people to finish. So if you're working on perfecting something, you don't have to worry about your underdrawing or your form. You can work on your shadow, and you would have this penciled piece of artwork that you know is already good, underdrawing, and then you could just go from there and do it over and over again and try to, and you know what would be actually super cool? If you actually finish just that figure, you yourself, Dave.
If I finish the figure.
Yeah, and then people could like compare as like a secondary thing.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a great idea.
I know it is, but people are going to say it's a good idea. You don't like it. It's fine.
No, I think it's the best idea.
I can tell by your voice. I'm going to scroll all the way down the bottom of the chat.
So here was my idea.
Okay, Devin says that's a good idea.
Devin! Aaron
Henderson says that sounds like a pretty neat learning tool.
Oh, people. Both of you guys. Banned!
I don't know how far I'm behind in the chat. I've skipped multiple super chats just to find people who agreed with my totally, maybe it's a bad idea. Anyway, fine.
Okay, so here's what
we're moving on to super chats. No, I don't care. I don't want to know that you think it's a bad idea.
No. I was going to talk about my idea.
Okay, you have no idea.
I know I did.
You put everything on Gumroad for free. So you don't have an idea.
Okay.
I don't want people to think I'm mercenary, but I do think that if you would go to Starbucks and drink a consumable cup of coffee for $2.99, then you could pay $2.99 for something that would help your career.
It's just you are so mercenary, that's all.
I'm not. I'm hardcore.
Okay.
Okay, you know what the difference is? Some of us manage the bank balance, and some of us don't.
Well, fair enough. Yeah.
All right, I'm moving on to super chat. I don't want to know if you like my idea. You can talk about your idea later.
Okay, thank you.
It's the Meredith and Dave show. That's why my name's first.
Man, this is out of control.
I'm
gonna call Eric.
I'm gonna read the next super chat. I want to say Ivy's, and I would say Adiv Ivy's Suarez. I know I'm butchering it, and again, I apologize.
So he's got this symbol on his
chest. It's a very
yeah.
cool name. I want to know how to pronounce it. But it's a $5 super chat. I was wondering if, while studying Bridgman, if I could take liberties with the anatomy, or should I stick to studying Bridgman as is?
First of all, thank you very much for the super chat. It's very appreciated. Yes, I think you could absolutely take liberties with the anatomy. Really, Bridgman, it's a little stylized in a Bridgman way, and it's really not in a comic booky way. So if you wanted to stylize it, now I would say something that I personally really like about Bridgman, and I think that's very valuable, is how angular his forms are. And I would say, if you're going to change the anatomy, go for it, have fun, and I'm sure you'll get something that's great out of it. But at the same time, give his harder lines a try and see what you think of it. Like, don't just completely discard that, because I think it's really valuable. But he does things in a way that I don't do, and I definitely change. Now, I did draw the whole book out the way he did it.
Twice, and then you closed it and drew it again a third time. You drew it through 3 times when you were learning.
Twice.
You told me 3 times.
Okay, yeah, actually, well, 3 times, but twice together, and then once again a little bit later on. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a great idea. And the other thing I really like about that idea is that you would be doing what I think the best way to learn from other artists, if you're looking at comic artists, is to take a drawing from an artist that you really like, and then use what they're doing, take what you can from it, but also use your own knowledge of anatomy and put your own anatomy on top of that. That's when you really start to develop work that is your own, and you're still benefiting from the things that the other artist did well. This is the problem of a live thing. I can't just edit that out.
You don't need to be perfect.
Yeah, oh man, I edit my YouTube videos to like nubs.
Every breath, every move you make.
Yep.
I oh my gosh, now I just got us banned off YouTube.
You got a what?
I just got us banned off YouTube.
Oh man.
I can't help myself. Why can people sing like whole songs on YouTube and post it? And I can't sing like a lyric.
But you do believe, you know that you can't, right?
But
Like
you
we could
also
have this
know-
argument, which I don't want to have,
I
but
don't want to have this argument, but you also know that I've seen like videos of people like father-daughter duos where they're both singing a totally copyrighted song.
oh yeah.
Why can they do that on YouTube and I can't just sing a little like
Yeah, like covers. I have seen that. Maybe okay, I don't know, but let's not litigate that now. Just don't sing.
Somebody on the chat will know. Somebody on the chat will know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm moving on. So you agree? You answered the Bridgman question, correct? The next super chat is from Jordan Seward for $3.99. Jordan says, Meredith, Dave did well last week.
Ah, there you go. Thank you, Jordan.
Jordan slapped me down. He's like, slap down.
My favorite people on earth right now: Eric Grove, Jordan Seward.
Daniel Castelli has a super chat for $4.99. He says, Daniel says, of course not, Dave. I'm helping you out. Daniel's helping you out. He says, happy wife, happy life. Daniel is such a wise man.
He is.
With so many people working digital, now here's the real question. Does that mean inkers will be needed less? And I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. I don't think I am.
You are not wrong. It's the unfortunate truth. It really is. Yeah, they're really, the big companies are really truly not looking for inkers right now. Now that's not to say that there aren't opportunities.
Marvel, DC, they're looking for people who can bring everything to the table.
Yep.
Because here's the thing people have to consider. I might pay, and I'm just throwing numbers out here. If I'm a publisher, I end up paying $300 for a penciler, then I have to pay like another $100, $125 for an inker, or I can just pay $350 for somebody who's going to pencil and ink his own work. That makes a huge difference on the bottom line of a book.
It does, but you know,
I know you love your inkers, and I
yes,
don't
and I
disagree
still do.
that they
And
have. I don't disagree that inkers have a huge value. But
oh, I'm getting a good line out of my brush right now. I'm zooming in because I like it. Hold on. Now it's all going to fall apart, but I don't care. Oh, well, I do care. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. I zoomed way in and it doesn't seem like it made it.
I can't see because you've got like screen over screen.
It's the front one.
And I don't ever watch my computer screen because I'm so lagged.
Right. It just messes with your head.
It just messes with me. That's why everything's on mute. So there you go. So I do love inkers. I understand. Like, I think inkers have a lot of value, and I don't think it's a lost skill, but I think it's a real
not right.
challenge.
I messed up his mouth. Hold on.
Should I keep talking?
Yeah, keep talking while I build this.
I just think it's a huge challenge to be an inker today in a day when so many comic artists coming into the industry are working digitally. I mean, for us, it's good because it means there's less original artwork out there for people to buy. And a lot of digital artists will not draw sketches live. And that's why what you're doing tonight is so magical, because there's a lot of people out there, even established pencilers, who will not draw live. They don't want what just happened there to happen because they feel like it ruins the show.
Well, you're really looking right into their head right now, so you know there's a little interpretation there, but
well, yeah, I can interpret all I want.
Yeah, the fact is there are jobs for inkers. There always will be jobs for inkers, but it is a much tougher landscape than it was, and it's unfortunate, but it is true.
Oh, my stream flipped again. I hate it when the stream flips. You know what it like jumps?
Yep. Oh, I do. I found that out last week.
Oh, so you now know what I mean. So first I'm going to say that Marcus Pedro de Barro says, yes, Meredith, your pronunciation of my name was perfect.
Ah, that's great.
Your presence is always perfect, Meredith. Hugs for you and Dave. Thank you so much, Marcus. That makes me feel good. JD Collier, huge fan, absolutely love the streams, and this is my very first time seeing one live.
Oh, well, that's great. Thank you very much for watching us.
So
JD.
good to have you.
Yeah.
The answer to Oreo ZGT, how long does it take to clean up your pencils to ink? Oreos GT, sometimes he doesn't even clean up his pencils. So there you go. He just starts right in.
Okay, yeah.
I can tell you because I scan your work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, let me adjust the sliders to try to get rid of some of the pencil.
Yeah, I can be a little lazy that way. And it's funny, I'm so lazy at that point, and then if I clean it up myself, I get so ridiculously anal with it that I'm like a tiny little brush, and I'm trying to get rid of every little line. Stupid.
I just want you to know that when my idea people thought was a great idea, that actually sounds pretty good and a good idea. And then Jack of Clubs. Just let Dave know that I found his solo ramblings most helpful. It made some things click in my head. That said, it's wonderful to have you back.
Oh, well, that's nice all the way around. Oh man.
I was gonna take it that next level for you. Hey, I'm just reading the chats as they appear.
I really appreciate that. I'm glad that something was helpful. It's, you know, you never know what's gonna click and make a difference. You really don't, and it could be, you know, just about anything. So I'm glad that, you know, that something that worked for you.
All right, ODM's back with a $10 super chat. ODM wants to know if going on with texture on the Dark Knight piece, do you like splatter or do you like inker freedom with texture background rendering, or to talk with the artist about everything?
I much prefer actually to not ever discuss it, because it's not, I was going to say, well, it's not my job. That sounds like I'm like, oh, it's not my job. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that I have a lot of respect for inkers, and I want any inker that I ever work with to feel like it's their work too. And so if you feel like splatter would really be ideal, then that's what I would like. So yeah, I feel like if the faces, all that, which by the way, and I never got a chance to say this, the pages, because he just turned in a couple of pages.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about that.
Right. A couple of days ago, and I looked at them. I'm the worst this way. Oh no. I just remembered another email I didn't send today. I'm gonna have to, as soon as this is done, I've got another one. Oh.
I've been pretty good about my emails.
So have I. I actually really have been.
5:30 in the morning right now. Yeah. Keep on top of my life. So
for the most part, I've been not bad.
Up with me if you want.
But the pages look great. I am going to respond. I'm so sorry. I saw them. I thought they looked incredible. I actually had no criticism. So, you know, and there were a lot of. He did a page. It was actually an Avengers page, and there was a lot of small panels with little figures, and that's where I really start getting, you know, picky, because little figures, the smallest little line out of place is really, I get all upset about it. And I thought they looked like bang on perfect. I was thrilled. I thought it looked amazing. And thank you for the super chat.
So,
really.
Just so you know, in more people commented on my idea. Our Jedi says, that sounds like a great idea, Meredith. I love it.
Okay, well,
Charles Petrie, I like this idea, Meredith. Jordan Seward, CAD Pro, that's Ink Bro Pen. Jordan, nobody wants to talk to you.
What did he say? What did he say?
CAD Pro, that's Ink Bro Pen. It's a CAD Pro, that's ink. I think that's like a pen. I don't know.
CAD Pro ink.
It just threw in there. Anyway, I'm skipping over Jordan. Daniel Center says, that's a great idea, Meredith. And like they're having a discussion about a CAD Pro pen.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. And you're totally bashing poor Jordan, who's just talking about something.
I'm totally bashing him. I love you, Jordan. But I love you, but I love you.
So let me tell you my idea now, because...
All right, now we're at the idea.
Okay, so what I want to do, I have not used ZBrush in years, but I did it. Actually, I really got into it around 2012 or so. I loved it. What I want to do is do a ZBrush render, a full figure of my, like a male figure and a female figure. And I found I can totally make it look exactly like my drawing. You know, like it's the same... It feels the same. It's amazing how sculpting is so similar to drawing. And I highly recommend, actually, if some of you haven't tried, try ZBrush. You'd be amazed at what you can get out of it if you can draw constructively. Anyway, I would like to do a couple of figures that way, and then put out like an OBJ file that you can move around and you can light from any angle that you want using, there are some simple programs that are free, you know, public program. And yeah, you can light them and get some different, you know, ideas that way. Like if you want to do an upward lighting, it's very easy. And, you know, it can be difficult to, okay, anyway, that was my idea. There you go.
I don't want to cut you off, but you just keep going sometimes.
I know.
So I just want to say, before I move on to this, Henry Jeremick says, and Henry's like, he's the authority on this. Says, Meredith, your idea is totally brilliant. But DJ May says, some of us are struggling and ain't got money like that. We appreciate any free resources we can get. And I think, DJ, what I would like to say is on Dave's Gumroad, we'd like to have a balance of free resources, like what you posted from your Tuesday tutorial about female forms, and things that people can purchase to, like, I feel like a video game now if I say level up. That's not the right word I want to use. But, like, there's options. You
Insert
know what I mean?
marketing word here.
What is the right marketing word? We're not marketers. I'm a writer. I'm not a marketer. I'm not in advertising.
Turbocharge your artwork.
I did say level up, though.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is we're trying to balance it, right? Like, I feel like Dave adds value. And I think that has a value, being able to utilize all of the resources that Dave is providing right now in a way that he is never, there's no artist in the industry providing the kind of resources right now that Dave is providing.
You don't know that.
Somebody tell me I'm wrong. I dare somebody to tell me I'm wrong. There's no artist working in the industry at your level right now.
There is, though. No, I'm trying to remember.
Tell me.
Oh, see, this is where it's so bad because I'm so bad with, and
That's why I'm always right.
Oh man, he's a phenomenal painter. Works for Marvel.
He's not a painter.
I'm a huge fan. I've actually bought stuff from his Gumroad.
Great, but you're not a painter. I'm saying, like, people who are doing what you're doing.
He also does black and white. Whatever.
Gosh,
anyway,
stop. Just stop.
Okay, we're doing something no one has ever done
That's
before.
Right. We are innovators. Oh my gosh, Eric Peter Collerson says, wow, we went from a quiet and beautiful Bob Ross video to an HBO stand-up special. Yeah, Mira's back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Carlton says, and at the same point, Carlton says, Mira, tell Dave to draw on frame. So I'm assuming you fixed that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh,
you know what
draw on
happened?
frame.
I zoomed in.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Eric Carlton. Appreciate it. All right.
D Rabbit says, I roast my own green grain coffee, Meredith. I never buy it from the store. Never, like, emphasize never. From the store or coffee shops because it's cheaper for the good stuff. How's your coffee situation? D Rabbits, I don't drink coffee. I only drink tea, and I'm snotty about my tea.
Well, don't you slow down, because he might have had coffee that you were denying me.
I could be denying you. Nobody is. That being said, do you think you have the time to roast your own beans? Because I know I don't.
Yeah, but I
barely have the time to grind your beans, and I make your coffee in the morning.
It's true.
So you come down, and you're like, oh, look at how awesome my life is, because my wife loves me so much, she made me coffee in the morning. And I don't even buy him Tim Hortons, which is kind of a crime because we're Canadian.
Yeah, I love Tim Hortons.
Rob D, $5 super chat.
Hey, it's Rob Doria.
I believe Frank Cho wrestled in high school, so avoid the takedowns, Dave.
Oh, there you go. Thanks for the warning.
But Dave would dominate like McGregor with his southpaw style.
Yeah, you know what? There you go.
Just get some wrestling tips from Everett. Everett will give you the tips.
Yep. Yeah, great to see you here, Rob. Rob is. I've mentioned Rob here on the stream before, but he's a great artist and just a great guy. He lives not that far. He's up toward. Now I shouldn't be saying where people live. Around Toronto. Anyway,
move along.
Thank you for coming, Rob. Thank you for being here. It's really great to have you, and I appreciate the super chat.
Kenny Wang says the coffee in Ecuador, here in Ecuador, is like the best in the world. And you're not wrong, Kenny. You're not wrong. But we are not in Ecuador. We are so far away, Kenny. Oh dear.
Ecuador is on my list of, and I almost got to go.
You did, and then COVID.
Yeah, like I really would like to go at some point. And I've met a lot of people from Ecuador, just like coming to conventions and artists and that kind of thing. And so meeting 3 people is not like the whole country, whatever. But you meet a few people you really like, you think, well, I want to go there now.
Oh, it's true. All right, so Rubens Lima says, Dave, what do you do with these drawings from Monday nights? Why don't you release a sketchbook of these drawings? And we just don't have enough drawings yet. It seems like for all of the drawings we've got, we would have a sketchbook. We don't yet.
Right.
With that being said, we do scan them.
Yep.
And we're saving them. A lot of them are commissions. Some of them aren't commissions, go to, well, we just have them sitting upstairs in my office after they scan. So maybe we'll put them up for sale someday.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I was actually looking at kind of a timeline of where I'm at in terms of how much stuff I've gotten drawn so far. And I think,
I don't know if I have 16 like sketches on my scanned. I can't scan the first few. I don't know.
We have a bunch. And so I figure by around this time next year, maybe even a little bit earlier.
By the end of the year. How many sketches do you need for sketchbook?
I don't know. So I'm going to really kind of look in that. But what I want to do is do like... I
think the book's going to be called Monday Night Draw. I'm just interrupting you right now because you're hesitating and hemming and hawing. We're going to call the book Monday Night Draw.
If you're going to interrupt me every time I hesitate, I'm never saying a word. This is how I talk.
I know, but I have Isaac with me all day. You understand what's happening.
My son, yeah, takes after me. So, okay, let me try and get this out, and then I'll stop.
Say it.
I forgot what I was going to say. See what you did to me. Oh, yeah, I remember. Right.
As soon as you remember.
So, okay, I want to do do them by season. So I want to do one per year. So I'm going to do season 1, season 2.
That's a great idea. But
like
in TV, the seasons are only half a season.
Okay, whatever.
So let's
however it works.
December in season 1, we'll do all the sketches.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
because how long have we been doing this for?
Since June. I think maybe July.
Yeah, not since June.
Because I didn't start doing this right away. Actually, what I did a Batman commission. And I talked through the whole thing and I put that up and the video actually did pretty well. But it took me like ages to edit. And I thought, you know what, I'd be better off for something long form like that to do a live stream. And so, yeah, we started doing the live stream. Well, I was going to do it on my own. And that was a fiasco.
Yeah, the first night I was like, Everett, go down and help your dad. Oh, screw it. I'm going to go down. Yeah. And that's how it became Monday Night Draw with Meredith and Dave.
Yeah, well, I'll put your name back on it next week.
You better. Meredith's always... SCS Powerlifting has a $5 super chat. SCS says, I think Meredith at 9, Meredith should do a song of the day. And I am going to do a song of the day today.
Is it 9? Oh, it's 9.
It is 9. We're going to do your sketch of the day as well. But I'm going to do a song of the day because this song, we play cards on the weekend with friends of ours. So what we do when we play euchre and we go around the table and everybody gets to pick a song in their turn. And our son, Isaac, is always sitting around while we do this. And the other day, he's been singing one of my song choices. And I was like, oh, I am having an impact on him.
This is going to be a fiasco.
Could be. My song of the day is Electric Light Orchestra. Don't bring me down. YouTube is so you can't have any fun. All right, fine. I can't even do a song of the day.
You're giving me gray hair.
I'm sorry.
Metaphorically speaking.
And you don't even have hair. All right, do your book of the week.
All right.
I can't do songs. Isaac's like, I heard the song, Mom. I'm here to sing it.
I heard you talking about me.
Okay, here we go. So for this week's book of the week,
now. Go.
For this week's book of the week, I wanted to pick Team 7. This is by Aaron Weisenfeld, written by Chuck Dixon, inked by Trevor Scott, JD, and Scott Williams. And anyway, this book was being worked on when I started. Aaron Weisenfeld, he was a Wildstorm artist, and I actually didn't get to meet him for almost a year later. And I was a massive fan, and and it's an amazing book to me because this is really his first work, and it's incredibly detailed and just powerful stuff. And you can see here's page 1, and it's very early image with the kind of rendering and the sorts of faces, and he does that style. There are times I think things get a little bit maybe a little bit muddy, but I mean, just incredible and really kinetic stuff. And just like, I love this figure, and the anatomy can be a little strange, and the rendering might be, now I'm no one to say rendering's overdone, you know, to say the least, but whatever. I thought when I first saw this stuff, it just absolutely blew me away. I had to wait an entire year before this book finally came out, maybe even longer. But as it goes along, what's amazing about it, and I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit, he starts to get much more experimental, and you can start to see that's a real Jorge Safino face. And it starts getting much more blocky with his shadows. I think that's just really beautifully laid out, that shot. I love how he does some of this kind of stuff.
So Dave, as you're talking about this, I want to ask a super chat question because I think it's super applicable.
Okay.
Alec Orbert has a super chat for $4.99. Dave, can you talk about what you mean when you say I've taken so much from this book?
Yeah.
The line between inspiration and swiping.
Right. Okay. Well, let me talk about this first.
As you're talking about it, I think could you talk about how you would use a book for inspiration versus swiping?
If I was to open this up and draw this face, draw those eyes, and draw the shadow and draw it like that, that would be a swipe. If I was to draw my own face, because I've learned how to draw faces and I've learned all the form, and you should too, of course, and then took some of his lighting and tried to make it work this way. Now, if I copy every little shape, then it turns into a swipe. But if I took some of that lighting, I can make it my own. Or, you know, let's say I'm drawing a face and, you know, I love this panel. It's background, so it might not be the most exciting, I guess, but I just think that's so beautifully done. But let me skip to some of the stuff a little bit later on. He's got some of this stuff here, just the lighting on his faces. It's just really amazingly well done, really beautifully composed. I think it's incredible stuff. And I have taken this, I have to admit, actually I probably took that enough that you could legitimately call it a swipe, but I can take my own face. It doesn't have to be that face, and then use a lot of that kind of lighting, and, you know, maybe use the shape that he's got on the cheek there and just pick up things from it. And you can, I mean, that's absolutely Isaac.
He's fine.
It's gonna be that kind of night. Is that his balloon?
Invited him in here. What was you thinking? Said his name.
All right. Yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing. Now, I've never really been able. It would be such a specific thing for me to be able to take that shot and like use that hat, the whole thing. But I could maybe use some of the way that he came out of that cheek, some of that rendering, and try that. So that's the way that I would use something like this. Really amazing stuff. And I've never seen an artist take what Jorge Safino was doing and manage to boil it down to something that's actually much more simple and manageable and crisp, you know. And I've never been able to do that, but he did it incredibly well. And even faces where things get a little bit strange, it's just, you know, has such a great feel. Anyway, I love this book. It's been a mainstay for me for years and years. Incredible rubble, just all the way around. He actually went from this.
That looks totally like your explosions.
Or where was it?
It was right there on the explosion page. I don't know.
Okay, I passed it, I guess. But
the big fireball.
Right. Well, and look, yeah, I've taken a lot of things out of this. Now, here's a panel that I don't know if any of you are familiar with Hellboy: Seed of Destruction. That's very similar to a panel from Hellboy. So, you know, what comes around goes around. We've all done it.
It was before you were talking about the face, so.
Okay.
I just saw you.
Yeah. Oh, here's a face I absolutely love. You know, I need to get back to this book and take a look at it again. It's been actually quite a while since I've had this one open. He was doing a bit of a Frank Miller and with some Jorge Safino. Just, yeah, it's really beautiful stuff. There's a whole lot more there. Team 7 by Aaron Weisenfeld is just a lot of really great rubble backgrounds and just really great detail and texture. And then just the way he's doing his lighting and you know, you might find some places where his figures get a little bit different, but you can take so much of what he did with his figures and apply it to your work. And I think it's a great resource. I love this book. So there you go. Book of the week. I cannot believe you played a song.
Can't believe I did. I can't. There's no like, can you do a cover? Blah blah blah. All right, I'm just moving on. Got me in trouble. Charlie Parks, 499 super chat. In all seriousness, Dave's videos have helped my art immensely. Gesture drawing for weeks now. P.S. Always wear the Wolverine mask for the streams.
Oh, yeah.
If we get banned, all I know.
So you don't know because you haven't seen him with his Wolverine mask, but thank you very much, Charlie, for the super chat.
Have you seen him in his Wolverine?
Yeah, because he came on to the with Robert Marzullo. By the way, if you guys don't know, I do a art critique live stream with Robert Marzullo. It's not a weekly thing, so it's not on the schedule, but it's just about every month we'll do one. We'll have another one coming up fairly soon. And yeah, Charlie was on there. He's got this awesome Wolverine mask. He did it for about half of the critique, and then I think he's getting maybe a little uncomfortable. He took it off. So it was great. It's always great to see him here.
All right, next super chat comes from Greg Al for $5. I'm just going to stick to reading super chats. Anything
Meredith,
I do musically just ends up getting me in trouble.
Yes, look, you know what? I'm really glad you're here, and it's.
Last week you showed a brush. You can.
It's a better show with you. It really is.
After.
But holy
what
crap!
What brush was it? And what kind of ink can you fill it with? That's Copic marker friendly. I'm just ignoring you right now.
All right. Any kind of I don't have any out right now, but just any kind of India ink that you get in a bottle, you can put in there, and that'll do it. You want to get something thinner though. So don't get a really thick ink because it'll gum up your brush. Black Magic's good, I would say.
All right, next super chat comes from Jojo Hilario for 500 Filipino pesos. I was able to meet you guys 2 years ago at Singapore Comic-Con. That would have been you, Dave.
Yep.
You signed my Batman books, but I was not able to get a commission from you because of budget concerns. Hey. Are you still accepting commissions?
Am I? I don't think so.
Word on the street is the commission list is 2 years long.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate that is, but if you want a commission, you're more than welcome to reach out to www.comicsketchart.com.
Yes, and thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm always doing commissions.
And for coming to Singapore Comic-Con.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is a phenomenal show. And will be again. I'm totally drawing his hand wrong here. Let's see. Kind of goes more like this. Close enough. Shoot. So what happens, I get into it and then I'm not looking at the reference and things just go off, model. But yeah, I have to admit, I actually have not really been drawing commissions on here. I'm drawing kind of what seems like it would be fun.
I don't have any commissions right now because all the commissions you have left are head sketches, and you refuse to draw head sketches on the stream.
Right. Okay. I have it, but I also have 2 on books that are, but they're books and they're smaller, and one was Shazam. Maybe I should just do it.
Maybe you should next week.
But I also don't want to just turn this into, hey, I'm just here doing my work.
People can learn from everything.
Sure. All right. Well, regardless, next week it's going to be Lucian.
All right. K-Pack has a $5 super chat.
Stay awake.
I know I'm like an hour past my bedtime. I'm an artist wanting to get into comic penciling. How can I study comic art to become a penciler? Want to know what steps to take, please, and thank you.
Wants to know what steps to take to become a penciler. Okay, well, from a technique standpoint and learning to get better, which is really the most important part.
Are you drawing on camera?
Yeah, I keep moving it to get down to his leg here. You really need to structure your day, I would say. Now, it depends on where you are in terms of your learning. The truth is, I've worked with artists that are very raw and artists that are much further along, and I do it the same way all the time anyway, because I think a foundation is so important, and you can never be good enough at it. So I always recommend doing a couple rounds of Bridgman, looking at the Bridgman Guide to Life Drawing, or actually the copy that I have is called Bridgman's Complete Guide to Drawing from Life. So whichever version you find, the old one had a different title. I would say, do that. I would say you really need to devote time to, I'm going to bring out the shadow here a lot more. you need to devote time to learning arms, and just, you know, spend a week, just draw a ton of arms from different angles, and look at artists that do it really well, and look at life. You know, you want to look at like good fitness photos, that kind of thing. I will say that looking at life for anatomy can be very difficult, because you're not going to get the clean lines that a really good artist is able to decipher out of it. And I think there are artists that have made such incredible innovations in the way that anatomy can be depicted in black and white, and you don't want to ignore that. So look at artists, you really have to. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I roll my eyes when people say, "Oh, I just look at life." You know, I'm like, okay, that's good for you. And I especially roll my eyes at the artists where I can plainly see their influences, and then they tell me they only look at life.
All right,
Happens a lot.
We're back to the 3D question.
Okay.
D Rabbit says sculpting is the same as drawing when you know how to draw. Lance DeBoyer says, I love the 3D figure idea. I've learned a lot looking at statues. Matthew Mangy says 3D model sounds cool. Pizza Monster Art says, I think that idea is awesome, Dave. Henry Jermick says, Dave ZBrush Death's Head too.
I love Henry.
All right. Next super chat comes from Jordan Seward. Jordan for $6.99. Dave is a premier artist with a great platform. Love Mondays with the Finches.
Thank you, Jordan.
Jordan. I know I've been harsh on him tonight.
Just because he sided with me.
Just in a punchy mood.
No idea what he was getting into there.
I'm kind of in a punchy mood.
You are? What is it, because you're tired?
No. I don't know, maybe. I'm past my bedtime. You know what happens when babies up past their bedtime?
You know what? I think it's because
you're... Baby gets cranky.
You actually seem in a good mood to me. You don't seem cranky.
Actually, I mean, I don't want to bring horses into this.
Uh-oh.
But I did have a great day with the horses, so... Accomplished lots. Saw my favorite people at the barn. They don't watch this show, but...
And they probably never will, but...
They probably never will, but...
That's all right.
You know what? It's fine. There's something, like, very... I don't know. There's something very spiritual about having a connection with an animal. You have a connection with an animal. You know what I'm saying. I was lying on the couch before I came down in my half-hour timeout when I wasn't allowed to be down here, snuggling up with the gigantic Irish Wolfhound that's as big as I am. I was like, oh, she's so great. I can snuggle with her.
I'm doing that for the website, you know?
What?
You have to do a, like our team. Oh, you don't have to, but so many websites, because I'm trying to learn how to do websites, and so I'm watching all these tutorials, and they keep...
Exhausting, just FYI.
What I'm saying right now?
No. You going through this whole website.
Oh, I know it is. Anyway, so... yeah, everybody's got like our team, and it's really it's me. So I'm gonna put up me, and then Meredith, and then I'm gonna put up, you know, the kids and the dogs and the cat, and like the cat will have a little... The horses? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, no, I do. All right, I'll put the horses on.
To see the horses in forever.
It's gonna turn into a big team.
It is gonna be a big team.
Put in the house flies.
It's gonna be the zoo.
Fly into the house too.
Just go to the zoo. Just call it the zoo. That's what I'm calling the farm. The zoo.
Yeah.
We need a name for the farm too.
I won't call it our team. I'm just gonna call it You See What I Deal With.
How do I get any work done? That's what you just say. You put it up and you go, and how do I possibly get any work done? Because I asked myself that question. That's why I'm up at 5:30 in the morning, so that I can get some work done.
Yeah, you're on farmer's hours. We have
a super chat from New Masters Academy for $999.99. And his super chat is, just want to say great work here. Loving the stream.
Wow. Well, I don't even know what to say.
Academy, thank you so much.
Well, thank you really very much. I mean,
I'm sorry I sang hello.
I don't know what to say. It's a huge compliment anyway, just coming from New Masters Academy. So yeah. Well, thank you really very, very much. It means a lot. Wow, thank you. I'm kind of speechless, you know.
Just New Masters Academy, somebody that I should know, but I don't know, and that is now it's awkward.
Well, you're not an artist, so no, you're fine. They do incredible painting lessons, like, you know, they've got like these great courses, all like they've got a ton of stuff. Actually, I had a membership for a long time, and it's whenever
one of those like things I mark down on our income tax because I'm paying.
Yes, and every time I really get into painting, there's such a great resource for it. They're really incredible, and I don't know what to say. Thank you very much.
That's awesome. So we're gonna go back to Meredith's music fiasco and the responses of people. Pizza Monster Art says, "Did YouTube automatically mute them?" No, that was Dave.
Oh yeah, I got the mute buttons. Try and talk. Boom, muted you. I've learned how to mute you, by the way.
Marcus Pedro de Barros was just laughing. Ha 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 ha. Art9 says, "I sympathize with you, Dave Finch." Dave's not musical. When you were musical, you just song is like bursting out of you.
Yeah, you know, if I could sing, I'm sure it would be.
Johnny Cage, JP7 was singing is one thing, but playing the song is guaranteed copyright strike.
Yeah, and it probably will get a copyright strike because
sorry, I'm so sorry. Dave just mute Meredith, says Nick from Detroit. Ooh.
Yeah, and I figured out how to do it, by the way, Nick from Detroit.
It's a good thing.
I just mute myself too, and then
it's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? My fear of and you need to understand this too. If you get 3 copy strikes, they remove your channel. So
I want to do that. I just
you hear what I just said, right?
Solution.
Okay, the solution is to not do that, please.
Stop. Then everybody in the stream, stop asking me for songs. Stop tormenting me. It's like being in. It's like a little bit of torture every time because you know I love to sing. Paul Essen has a super chat for $7.99. I'm gonna assume the A means Australian dollars. Thanks for the stream, guys. Been watching since the Spidey Venom one. It always gets me motivated for drawing. Awesome glance at the camera. LOL. Look up the camera, Dave.
Oh, man.
Did you use your Tyra Banks smize? Smize with your eyes. Do you know how to do that?
Nope. Let's see. Okay, I'm not doing that. Thank you for the super chat. Very much appreciated.
Oh, so funny. Smize.
I can't believe that New Masters Academy was here at all, much less, you know, with a super chat.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they're the real deal, and top quality instructors and top quality work. So
just want you to know, Charlie Parks is going to wear the full costume next time.
Oh, great. I can't wait. We're putting you on first.
Full Wolverine next time.
Actually, I can't. I'm saying we're putting you on first, but it's Robert Marzullo's channel, so he's gonna do what he wants to do. But I bet you he will want to too.
Daniel Caselli, $1.99. Dave's commish wait is 2 years. Fact. That's a super chat. 2 years for commissions. This is because I don't run the commission list. Because let me tell you, I would never let it get that long. I just say he's not taking commissions anymore.
Yeah, and thank you for the super chat for clarifying
the verification. Greg L, $2 super chat. Thanks for the ink info. What's the brush you use?
Okay, so
Dave the eye roller from Sheldon Martin. I'm here late. Rolling your eyes at me.
I never ever do that.
Never
that you can see.
The thing is, I can never look. I never see it.
No, and you don't watch this afterwards. I don't know what this is called. Okay, you know what? I apologize. I've got a couple of these. If I get up right now and try, you should see my drawer full of tools.
Please don't get up right
now. It's just a mountain of tools.
I have to scrunch down the couch.
I know it would be a needle in the haystack in the, you know. So I next week will and please remind me if you can remember. I will find my other one. It's still in the box, and I can tell you exactly what it is. It is a really great brush. I should be using it.
The fillable pen?
Yes, and it's a better brush. You know what? I'm going to be using it next week. I need to get this one. It might be trashed. Yeah, probably not. Anyway, whatever. I'll use it next week, and I'll tell you exactly what it is.
All right. Ben Martin has a $5 super chat. Hi, David. Would you ever consider doing a ZBrush Monday Night Draw? And shout out to my son, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Shout out.
Yeah, you know, that would be, I wonder how that would go. A ZBrush. I'll say this. I know what's going to end up. Well, what's going to end up happening?
If you have not practiced ZBrush, it will be
I wouldn't do it right away, but I am going to do some ZBrush, and you know how obsessive I get, right? So next thing you know.
Oh, please. No more rabbit holes. Oh my gosh. We have been down the I need to do my own website rabbit hole for too long.
Yeah, we have been.
Nick from Detroit says, Meredith, play another song. I want to see Dave go from pink to fire red.
Yeah, thanks, Nick.
Terrible people. Terrible people on the stream.
See, now he's cracking me up. I actually didn't really plan. Oh, and I'm off the camera again. I didn't really plan out what I'm going to do for the bottom of this. Okay, I need to think. So I'm going to get out the pencil. If I try to do this with a brush, we're going to have a not a nice picture. Believe it or not, he's going to be on rocks. Something you never see me do. Actually, I did a...
you never do rocks.
I did a show yesterday that won't be out for just a little bit. It's going to be a bit. And I'm really excited about it.
900?
What's that?
999? 99, not 909. I told you people I'm tired.
Sorry, 99. That's still great. And
Still,
really,
it's $100 super chat.
it is not about the money.
It's not about the money. Oh my gosh. I told you people I'm like an hour past my bedtime now.
Yeah, no, that's it's not about the money. It was an honor.
Oh my gosh, too funny. I didn't even notice that I did that.
Well,
I was like, how do I say this? 99, but I said 900. Not $1,000, people. $100.
And you do all the finances here.
I do.
That's what's scary.
Good thing I do them in the morning when I'm awake.
Yeah.
Not after 8. I don't do anything. I don't work after dinner because my brain just goes into shutdown mode. I run all day long. All day long I run.
That looks terrible. Let me fix. See, this is why pencil's good. And I'm off the page.
Everybody.
Every single time.
Oh my gosh. So funny. Danielle Castelli, super chatted for $1.09. I'm NMA member and they sent $99, not $900. Oh, it's a good thing people like me. I think I'm likable. I don't know. Ask my kids; they will not agree with that statement. Depending on the day.
Depending on the day.
It really depends on the day.
Okay, so we're gonna discuss a trick that I use when I run into this situation, and I have this kind of a thing hanging out here, and I don't like it. Looks bad. Watch this. It's all torn now. You ever wonder why I tear up clothes so much? It's because I get lost, and then I'm like, oh, if I could I'll just tear it. Boom.
You're awesome.
It's like rocks for feet.
Oh my gosh. Just tear it.
But you know what? You want to be a professional artist? You got to have a couple of tricks up your sleeve for when you fall apart. Absolutely.
Like a writer. What am I going to do when this page didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out?
Yep.
When you see the finished artwork. Come up with a few tricks.
Yeah, you could try and fix it, or you could just
move on. I never, ever... I want to say this. I think I'm a pretty good writer to work for, because I can't remember... I mean, maybe one hand. I might have made Egg redraw something. I don't remember, though.
No, I can't remember.
I don't make people redraw stuff. I just fix the story. I change the story.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
It's not fair. I think I live with an artist. It's not fair. You guys put your heart and soul and a full day's work or more into every single page. I can't, and I could change it in an hour.
Yep.
It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. When you have to redraw stuff because the writer is like, this has to be this way, I don't have tolerance for that.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. All right.
But then you're the artist, so. See, I'm sucking up right now. All right, should I move on to the next super chat? It's
okay.
for me anyway.
Oh, okay, no.
From Gordon Mallet for $5. Did you say no?
No, sorry. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this camera over what I'm drawing.
Can you put the camera up?
Well, if you adjust it too far forward, it's on a base and it'll just topple.
More to the ceiling.
Then I lose focus.
All right.
Because it's not an autofocus. Anyway.
I won't offer suggestions.
No, I really appreciate the suggestions.
When you're writing a series, see how I did that? How do you make sure that each issue feels complete but still contributes to the overall series arc? I think, Gordon, when I'm plotting out, I have a very clear idea about sort of what the beats are. So if you're thinking about your story for your hero, there's a moment at which your hero decides to take the journey. So for example, in Rose, you know, her mother was killed and she sort of fell apart and was fleeing from who people she thought was chasing her and had murdered her mother, and then she ran into a bunch of people, and there's a point, I think, especially in that first arc, you have to establish the first story or issue, you have to establish who your character is, but you have to establish like the inciting incident, I guess, if we use writer speak. I'm sorry, I don't have an English degree. I can tell you all about bird calls but I write for a living, so there you go. But the inciting incident, what's the inciting incident? That is the focus of your first issue. And if you understand how story beats go, then you kind of make those story beats fit into each of your issues and you break your story down. I think you, in your own mind, as you're writing a story, you would have like points you want to emphasize, these cliffhanger moments, hopefully, or they don't have to be like action cliffhangers, but like emotional cliffhangers or choices that your character has to make. Those are really good moments to end an issue on. So you want to focus on what the issue is, and you always want to have, you have your overarching idea, like this is the journey my hero is going to take from point A all the way to from issue 1 all the way to issue 6. But then how can I make that story idea be a story idea within each issue, right? From issue 1, how can I reflect the whole story that's going to be told? And issue 2, do the same thing. It's a difficult question, honestly, because in some ways I feel like it just makes sense to me, because growing up I read a lot of serial books, so they just ended and it made sense. And I think I tend to pace my stories based off learning from reading serialized books. Do you have any contributions to make to this, David?
My contribution would be that I read a lot, and I find that it doesn't actually impact my ability to write, because I get lost in the story. We watch movies, and Meredith, it drives me so crazy that you do this. She'll say, oh, this is going to happen next. And then I have to watch the next 20 minutes of the movie in order for that to happen next. And when she says it, I'm like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. I know what's going to happen now. But when I don't see it, and I could have enjoyed the movie.
I'm sorry.
Every time. I'm
sorry. I don't know. Like, that's how my brain works.
Yeah. And then the problem is you assume that I must know too. So you're not telling me anything. I really do. But no, I don't. I don't see this stuff. I don't have a head for that. So yeah, it's, I do think that
that just makes an appearance.
Yep. Yeah, cat's here. Let's just go dark with that and this.
Brandon McClung has a $5 super chat. Hey Dave, I just want to know, how did you learn about shading? As a beginner, I've been focusing on gestures, forms, and lines, but shadows scare me.
Yeah, shadows actually really scared me for a little while. I was already working, and I just found I ran into major trouble every time I tried to use shadow, and I really just started balking. And it was when I started looking at an artist that I really wasn't a fan of, because he wasn't very imagey at all. By imagey, I mean Image Comics, which is what, I really like. I still love, all the image stuff, like the big pouches and the whole works. I love that stuff. And, Mike Mignola was much more blocky and simple. And so I wasn't excited by it, because it wasn't where I was at the time. And I was looking at another artist in the studio who was further along, in their development. And so I had an appreciation for Mike Mignola's work. Was showing me some of his stuff, and I started looking at it, and I realized, like all of his shadow shapes, you can just see. And as a matter of fact, actually, let me open my Mike Mignola book here, because I've got this big book of Mike Mignola, covers. And like, here's a good example. You know, it's absolutely clear that he's got his light coming from here. He's got a light on this side of the face. It's very, very simple. And if you look at something that's really complex with light, it's very, very easy to get lost. The best way to start is go with one light source, only one. So don't try and do like a light and then you've got a kick light over here. Don't do any of that. And then just, just a single light source. So and just very, very simple, clean shapes, and break it down that way. And I think you'll find it much easier going forward.
All right, so I've got 2 things to read from New Masters Academy, which is Joshua, by the way, the founder. I'm scouting the best artists now because we want to get into teaching comic art.
Oh, well.
So that's very cool.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Joshua says that the copyright strikes are not legit. We would license music, use that, and YouTube would flag it as an excuse to monetize. We don't run ads, and we have to fight it for weeks. This went on for years. So sad that I'm sorry I played the music. I thought I was doing good. Nah, I won't ever do music again.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Killing the music in my heart.
Well, thank you for the advice very much.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thanks for being on, Joshua.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, it's so different too when it's something that you're like, I've really benefited from it myself. Yeah. By the way, this isn't some kind of planned endorsement where I'm like,
I mean, trust me, we were sitting there playing video games and watching Family Guy upstairs. Nobody was planning this one. All right, ODM has a $5 super chat. My daughter wants to know how you draw face. She watches the streams with me. Thanks. She watches the streams with me every night.
And I'm that's great. And
she watches the streams.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm waving my hands like somebody could see me.
I'll wait for you
on camera.
There, I wait for you.
I wave my hands above your head, but nobody can see.
Maybe. Okay, here, I'll move.
I don't want my face on camera.
I don't know why.
Because I don't want to like
put makeup on.
I just did a YouTube, I just posted on Facebook an interview I did with a comic book show, and I put some work into looking presentable for camera.
You always could do that for this.
I could, but it's like I've been to the barn and I shower this morning and it's 8:30 and it's every week and
all right.
I just want to listen to my. Then we wouldn't have something to tease people with for our 100,000 subscriber episode. Am I even saying that right? Because now I feel like I can't even trust myself with numbers.
I think you'd be saying that right, but 100,000, that's a ways away. I mean,
I know. Well, people better start subscribing if they want to see me on camera.
All right.
Talk to your friends, peeps. See people. All right, Daniel Castelli has a super chat for $1.99. New Masters is offering you a job right now.
Well, I'd certainly be very interested in talking about it. Absolutely.
Is that Joshua? I don't know. I just have cheats. Nick from Detroit. I'm so disillusioned.
It's all cheats. That's what capes are for.
Charles Parks, Meredith, I thought my 7 comment was really funny. Thanks all. I bet it was. I missed it. I'm so sorry, Charles.
Yeah.
D Rabbit says you could also write novels, Meredith. No images, no artists. Just saying. It's true. I could write novels. But now I'm lazy. I'm so lazy. I'm like, comics I can do. It's easy. I understand it now.
Yeah, that was a.
And I kind of see stuff in my head. I do really like the visual medium.
I really think it's relatively rare that comic writers will go into writing novels, because working with an artist, you see that picture and then seeing it come to life, and that collaboration is special.
Yeah, you have it in your head and it's there. It's true. How does Chris Jericho get away with playing music on his live streams? Maybe you can buy a license, like a radio station buys a license.
Right. Well, we're not Chris Jericho.
Maybe I should. Who's Chris Jericho anyway?
He's a wrestler.
Oh, well. How much is a license?
Okay, please.
What's in the box?
I'm gonna have an aneurysm and fall over dead.
Then you wouldn't have an aneurysm, because then I could sing and it wouldn't be a problem. Charles Park, what's in the box? David talking about his pen in the box. It was classic. It was it was a total some Brad Pitt,
Yeah, I know it. Yep. Get the reference.
It was Gwyneth Paltrow's head, right?
Yeah. Hey, you ruined the movie for people
that movie. If you've not seen that movie by now,
yeah, what is it? 20 years ago,
I'm not
maybe more.
apologizing
Okay,
for
fair
it
enough.
for you.
But yes.
So did I get everybody? Are we done in the super chat? I've caught up with the super chat. Dustin Hewitt. I'm so crap with backgrounds. Watching Dave in real time helps a lot. Page One Comics. Jimmy, who I spoke with today, actually. Team 7 was inked by my fave inker, JD John Dickinson.
Yeah, he's really great. Yeah, he was a good guy too. I say is. I mean, I haven't seen him in years, but.
And Henry Jeremick says, Dave, please consider giving Hellboy a smoking gun. Do it in pencil first. It might not work. Just an idea. Not telling you how to draw, just what to draw. LOL. And Tis McGee says Hellboy would be a way cooler, deeper character if he wore a really comfy robe instead of that coat. I totally agree.
Like
says the woman who I literally can't hang around in my pajamas for more than 2 hours. Like, if I'm still in my pajamas and it's 8 o'clock, the world is ending. Like, I better be sick.
Yeah.
I cannot be like. I think this comes from my days of a stay-at-home mom 19 years ago, because I have a 19-year-old, and I just made myself a commitment that I was not going to be the sweatpant mom with the baby and then no shower. So now I have to get dressed. I can't hang around in my pajamas.
I make commitments all the time that I don't keep.
Yeah, well, you and I are not the same people.
No.
I do love you very much, though. Nick from Detroit's going to start a license fund so that Meredith can sing to her heart's delight. I love Nick. I'm starting my own. We're going to like kickstart Meredith's license fund.
I'm going to say that probably that would not be cheap. Otherwise, more people would do it.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
Sheldon Martin says, just tell us what music we should be listening to while Dave draws.
There you go.
We should be listening to ELO, Don't Bring Me Down.
Make it an interactive show.
That's it. I do love that song, though.
Yeah, you do.
And I love that Isaac sings it. He's just like hanging out, doing his little thing, and he says,
"Don't do it."
I can't. I won't do it. But if you know the lyric, everybody sing it in your head. I can't even type. I don't even have like a typo that I could like type over the screen. Sucks. So hard. Zico Vizizi, hi Meredith and Dave. I have a question, which is, are you planning on making another art book? If so, when? Amazon Spain doesn't have any of your art books available on Prime. That
it's too bad.
Actually, where would they get it? Because we only ever sold our art books through us.
Oh, right, yeah. I only ever sold them at conventions, and this is a thing that is a factor because it's all licensed characters. I can't just sell them through bookstores. So when I do a collection of all these sketches, they'll be available the same way. It's going to be actually, you know what, I'm really gonna have to look into how we're gonna sell that exactly. Like, I want to make sure I don't run into any trouble. So
you can get permission. Marvel and DC like you well enough.
Yeah, we get along, you know, we're friends, but
we do like this.
They have licensing too, and that's it's a part of their business. So
but art it's like a cover, isn't it?
I don't know. We'll find out. I want to be absolutely sure that we're doing it the right way. That's all.
Charles Parks has a super chat for $1.99. He says, super chats equal less money for pizza. Thanks for the abs.
You're welcome.
Working on my own abs right now, Charlie.
Gotta find his little. He's got a little fist holding a sword symbol, and here we go.
We can sell it on Kickstarter. Kickstarter is.
Can we sell it on Kickstarter with? Yeah,
see why not. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we can't.
I don't know. We'll find out. But one way or another, we'll do it. I mean, obviously, we can do it.
We can sell it through our own website that you're supposed to be setting up.
Let's talk about the website.
No, please don't talk about the website. I love you so much. We already did the book of the week, DPLAR. Where were you? We did it at 9 o'clock. You're gonna have to rewind.
Yeah, we did. I'm right butchering this thing.
It's
the worst. Something like this.
What happened?
Oh, Hellboy! His little hand.
Did you mess him up?
Yeah.
What little hand?
He's got a hand holding a sword with this little triangle on it, It's like his symbol.
it's like his shoulder patch.
Yeah, and I kind of blew it.
No, well.
Because he's got this. Anyway, I'm going to erase it a little
Anthony
bit.
G is here. Hey, Anthony. Anthony has a 499 super chat. He says, Dave, I'm working on a Batman piece pose on a brick building, and your video on background textures has been helping immensely. So thanks for that.
I'm so glad. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'm really thinking. So I've got a couple of videos that are, in my head that I want to get to next. One is male torso, something that a lot of people have been asking for. I don't know why I haven't done that. Like I ended up doing female. I kind of fell into that one, but male torsos, that's a big one on my list. And another one, I keep getting asked about how to draw water and how to draw fur. And so I've got a few other textures. I actually wrote down a list, which I'm looking around. It's not, I don't know where it is,
There's no list because there's no whiteboard because Meredith didn't get it for you. I'm
you know what? I was at Staples today too.
doing the best I can. I'm running like a crazy person.
I should have got, I couldn't have got it. I went on the motorcycle.
Put a whiteboard in your saddlebag. Not that big.
No? Okay.
Well, look at the size of one in the fridge. That's all you need.
Yeah, you're right. I want one of those massive ones. I want like one of those wall ones, where I can do like thought.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't even have a wall to put it on.
No, I don't.
Something sketchy says, hello guys, I'm back. DPLA art is crying. I missed something. Mike Stewart says, I sell sketchbooks, but don't put the character's name. And that makes them a parody.
Good thinking. I think they might be onto that one.
Sheldon Martin says, last day of December, you can do a book of the year. The book of the year is the Book of Ruth. That's the book of the year. Michael Eamon says, the Meredith yawn, that means we're in the home stretch. It's true.
Yeah. What time is it? 9:00? Oh, we got lots of time.
Yeah.
Another hour.
Lots of time? No, not lots of time.
I figure we got another hour on this one.
No, Mayor's checking out. Art Germ sells tons of sketchbooks online with every character you can imagine. The key is to not put the names of the characters they look like. Mike Stewart.
So he's not wrong. Yeah,
he's not wrong. Mike, you're genius.
Yep. Also a moderator on the Discord.
There you go.
A valued member of the community.
Discord. Everybody's a valued member.
Yeah, of course.
Our community.
He's a great reviewer of art. I think he has
he's an artist.
Really good insights.
Artiste.
Right, but it's one thing to be good at drawing. It's another thing to really be able to look at somebody else's drawing and in a positive way, really explain things in a useful way. And I just think he's really good at that.
Some people are natural teachers.
Yeah,
they are. I think you're a natural teacher. It sounds like Mike is as well.
He really is. Yeah.
My dad is a natural teacher.
Well, he was a teacher for his whole career.
He was. I am not a natural teacher.
You're too impatient.
I am. I'm not kidding.
You have to be a good person.
I'm not a good person, so it's true. That being said, I beat Isaac. I beat knowledge into Isaac's head. I just want to brag about him. Nobody cares, but
sure they do.
He got over 90% on his Pony Club test this week on his level D testing. So
yeah,
I'm super proud.
Yeah, he's doing really great.
Oh, I love Jimmy. Jimmy's the greatest. Jimmy says, Dave Finch, what about an art book with the characters of Rose? I love Jimmy so much. Jimmy, you're such a suck up. I still love you though. Michael Eamon says, you don't put the name. Here's the problem with that. Dave's drawings are so perfect, you don't need the name to know exactly who they are. Somebody can see Patch's tail. Alvin says, I see a cat tail.
Yeah.
Patchy Patch.
Am that right? I think so. Close enough.
Oh, JD Collier super chat, but the message was retracted. Oh, New Masters Academy has another super chat for, I gotta say this properly, $99.99.
Wow, man.
Thank you so much, New Masters Academy.
Yes, thank you really very much.
And just to confirm, this was not a planned promotion, haha. The anime account is also my own YouTube account. Aw. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you really very much. And again, just, thank you for coming and, watching part of the show. I think I'm very honored. Don't know what to say, Meredith.
You know what? I just love that you know, when you started doing this, honestly, I can't remember how long ago you did it. Started doing this. But I love the genuineness and the sincerity that you put into everything you do, because I'm sure people can see it, but you really are trying to add value to people. And it's a factor and a consideration in everything you do, that you want to help people achieve their potential.
Yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. I do. You know, and I really enjoy doing
good
it.
things come to good people.
Okay, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I was mad at you for most of the week, but good things do come to good people.
What? You were mad at me?
Stop.
I didn't know.
Oh my goodness. Shock. Did we have a fight? Not Meredith and Dave.
Saying nothing.
We did have a fight, but that's okay. We still love each other.
Yeah.
If you can't fight with the person who's your best friend, then what's the point of having a best friend?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Vince wants to know, Dave, what's your favorite Micron pen tip for doing small intricate details within your inks? I've been inking for many years now, and I'm always curious about it.
My favorite, and I mean, I couldn't attest to this being the right one, of course. It's just, I got a bunch of sizes, and I like 01. And I stick with it because I know exactly what I'm going to get. I have every once in a while, I've used an 02 and an 03, and they are useful. I don't do it generally, though, because they look the same, and then I pick up the wrong one all the time. I get frustrated. So if I go thicker, I should put the lid on this. Actually, you know what? What am I even doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to skip back. Anyway, yeah, I use the 01. So, and then I just do my thicker lines with this. I kind of moved on. Let me get back to some of my rendering here.
Oh, I got a super chat from Michael Johnson Curry. Michael, how are you tonight? For $5. How soon till I follow up with editors or contacts? I tried to contact Nick Brucci and they said they would pass along my info. Thanks again for the advice. Give it a couple weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'd say 2 weeks is good. Yeah. And yeah, great to see you on here.
Yeah.
And
you see
really
the same
pulling
people
for you.
every week, and we have a little community.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if Leggy's not here tonight, because otherwise I'd be seeing something about the kitty.
I was talking to somebody and they said they watch the show, and so they feel like they know you, but I don't know who they are, and I'm like,
they don't have a channel.
This is not true.
This is something I did not know about YouTube. So you cannot comment in the chat unless you have a channel.
Okay.
So there are lots of people potentially, and somebody can again correct me if I'm wrong. But if you don't actually have your own YouTube channel, you can't comment in the chat.
I don't think that's. I think you need to be logged in. I don't know that means you have a channel.
Well, somebody was saying something about.
Okay, look, I'm saying this. If I have any idea, I don't.
Maybe I'm wrong. I just know that not everybody who's watching has the ability to chat.
Okay.
So, like, of the 507 people watching, I'm like, why don't I see 507 people commenting? It's because not everybody can comment.
Right.
So, thank you, everybody who's watching but can't comment.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I watch podcasts. I don't know. Is this a podcast? I watch live streams, and I actually never comment generally. But, I still feel like I'm there. I never know what to say. Like, what would I say? I don't know. I'm very shy, so.
You are shy. Okay, Alpin says that's not true, Meredith. You just need a YouTube ID. Yes, to be logged in.
There you go. Yeah, you just need to be logged in. That makes more sense.
Okay. So I misunderstood what somebody was telling me then. I don't remember when that was, but I can admit I'm wrong. I was wrong the time I admitted I was wrong.
Oh, here we go again. So your favorite line now?
It's not. I won't use it again because clearly I was wrong.
That's why we fought this week.
That's not.
You pulled out that line and that was it.
That was it.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Done.
Hit the wall.
Yeah. Oh dear. How's your Hellboy coming?
Good. It's really coming along. I figure I've got another Truthfully, I've got about another 15 minutes.
Okay. Arto Forte says, I hope you can make it to NC Con again because I found the rest of my Aphrodite 9 so you can sign it. I got the first series you did and the Wizard number 0.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
We have some of those.
Book. Yeah. Well, thank you.
I don't know where they are right now.
My Aphrodite 9 comics? Yeah. They're in the closet somewhere.
You know, I know they're in the closet. I said.
Oh, but like exactly where? No.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Jordan Seward. He's like, Jordan's my hero tonight. Even though I totally dissed him. Listen to this. Jordan has got the stream going on my phone for comments and on my flat screen TV larger than life.
Oh, that's great. Wow.
Jordan, something sketchy says smart. Jordan Seward, very smart.
That's a good way to go because since it's a drawing
you
thing,
must really love us. We're on your TV.
You see the drawing better.
Oh, and Tits McGee says technically having a YouTube account means you have a channel.
Right. Oh. So there you go.
So there you go. I wasn't wrong.
You were not wrong.
Thank you, Tits McGee, backing me up.
Oh man.
Are you dying right now? I didn't make the name. I just read them.
So yeah, just so you all know, the crazier the name you can come up with, yeah, she'll read it right out loud.
So, what am I supposed to do? We've hit the delirious mode. Like
it's not even 10, by the way.
Not even 10, but I have been going to bed at 8:30 every night for the last 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been going to bed at 4 or 5, actually, truthfully.
Oh my gosh. Tis McGee says, I got you, homie. And Charlie Park says, my wife wants to kill me. Sheldon Martin says, you guys are on TV. You're famous. We are. We're famous.
Yep, there you go.
You know what's crazy, though? We do this live stream every night. Like, every night. Not every night, but every week. And it's not the live stream that my friends are like, oh, Meredith, I saw your live stream. I post one YouTube interview, and they're like, I saw your YouTube interview.
Well, it's because they follow you on...
They follow my Facebook channel.
Right, and you don't post this on Facebook. Maybe you should post it on Facebook.
Meredith's breaking all the rules. Michael Eamon's with me. Michael's drunk on Facebook, on sleep deprivation, too. That's the two of us. We're drunk. I do sometimes post these on Facebook, but they're like the Dave live stream.
So yeah, your friends are like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they want to watch you drop.
Yeah, no, they're your friends. They want to see you.
That's right. They want to see me talk about me. I honestly couldn't do a 2-hour show about me. What would I be doing? Tap dancing and singing. 2 of things I'm not allowed to do on YouTube.
I couldn't do it about me either. That's why it's nice drawing. Like I'm amazed there are people that have YouTube channel or live streams and they talk and just go on for.
You're not personality people.
No, I'm not.
Mike Oxmal has a super chat for $2. Mike says, "This is my favorite Hellboy."
Oh, thank you very much, Mike.
Michaela Fernandez says, I never comment, but I've been here since the beginning almost, thanks to my boyfriend who got me into comics. I paint... Oh, crap. I paint in oils. Amazing drawing, David. As always, you're both doing a great job here. Well, thank you so much, Michaela.
You. Yeah, thank you very much, Michaela. And, for stepping into the chat to comment. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that. Charlie Parks, Dave does not watch The Boys.
Oh, he's talking. No, and I will.
We're just not there yet.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would watch it. Would I watch it?
Well, we'll try. And you know what? I said this before, but you really like Garth Ennis, like as a person.
I do.
So I think I'll say this.
I mean, I would never have guessed I would like Family Guy, and yet.
Right, we're watching Family Guy. And what show did we just finish?
I didn't also think I would like Sons of Anarchy, and truthfully, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Right, but it was a good show.
I mean, I fall asleep most of the time.
Regardless, we're gonna need a new show.
Watch it.
And I think with The Boys, now that it has season 2,
Is it violent though?
The Boys.
Like I watched.
think so. Yeah.
Walking Dead. That was violent.
So there you go.
It's zombie violence.
It's not all of it, truthfully. I think when you care about the characters,
but you didn't let me watch the kill scene, the bad kill scene.
No.
When Glenn died, you didn't let me watch that.
No. Well, okay.
That's how good a husband he is.
Yeah, I knew.
Didn't let me watch when Glenn died.
That would be the end of the show for me to be able to sit on the couch and watch it with Meredith. That would be the end.
He and Everett just both fast forward. They said close your eyes and they fast forwarded, and then it was done.
nobody was happy about that one.
Hugh Joss for $2. How many ink shapes do you have in your head, David?
By the way, I love the name. Did you get that? You did, right?
Actually, I did until you laughed.
Oh man.
But it's H-U-G-H. See, I see them as they're written. H-U-G-H, Hugh Jass. J-A-S-S. So
Wow.
maybe his name is Hugh Jass.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Totally. That's okay. What was the? Thank you for the super chat. And what was the question? I totally missed it.
Oh dear. The super chat question was, how many ink shapes do you have in your head? What am I supposed to do? Do you know how long it took me to get the artsy? Like, and that's artsy.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it took me a long time to get artsy. I mean, you know this about me.
Wow, yeah.
It's just not I'm not good at the license plate whatever game.
No.
It's not good for that.
Okay, ink shapes. Now, I that's actually a really good question. I will say I'm more of a penciler inker. So when I'm inking, while I can do, a thick to thin with ink like that, which, let me finish that leg. I have a tendency to, you can see even there, I'm kind of balling up the line and then throwing it, which is more what I would do with a pencil. I did a video on how to texture armor, and I put out a bunch of different kind of textures with that. And I guess that would be like ink shapes essentially. Now it's with a pencil. That's another video that I really want to do, is how to ink, which I think would be a useful thing. Because I don't know. I find when I'm sitting here just working, I'm running through a lot of stuff that I'm not really discussing, and then I have a lot of ideas in my head about exactly what I'm doing, and I'd like to get it. Anyway, I'm gonna do an inking video also. This is where we need to have some kind of a place where we can vote.
That's on your Discord. All right. This is what people say about The Boys. It's super violent, Meredith. Charlie Parks. It's like Shaun of the Dead violent, says Tits McGee.
Which
Kenny Wang says it's also very sexual. Alpin says The Mandalorian is good.
Oh yeah,
they agreed.
Yeah, we watched that.
We did watch that. That was great. Jordan Seward's dead to me because he only just now liked the stream.
Poor Jordan, man.
He's having a roller coaster ride of a night. Jordan, wait, now my stream skipped. Hold on. Anthony Gee, Meredith, I'm pretty sure someone has been splattered in viscera in almost every episode of The Boys.
What a way to put it, too.
Yeah, so probably not my kind of movie.
Yeah, maybe not. All right, well, I'll have to watch it down here.
Drew Mayer J says, watch Dark. Meredith and Dave, that's a great series.
Dark. All right.
Page One Comics, Jimmy says, has anyone seen Utopia on Amazon Prime?
We don't have Amazon. Do we have Amazon Prime?
We probably do. We have, we get our packages shipped fast. We pay for Amazon Prime.
Do you need, I think you might need a Fire Stick or something.
Maybe. Charlie Park says, okay, just drank a glass of warm milk and I'm dozing off. 6 stream, see y'all next week. Oh my gosh, Charlie. You sound like my kid.
Yeah, well, great to have you here, Charlie. And I'll see you hopefully next week, and on the next critique.
I feel like I missed a new somebody. Where is it? Somebody was like, I'm a new viewer. Where? I gotta find it. It's probably farther down. So I have the stream rolling.
Right.
A quiet viewer, they said. If you wrote I'm a quiet viewer, I saw it, but now I've lost it. It's awful.
It is too, because it's somebody that doesn't,
No,
and then
I saw it. I did see it. Where is it now? It's like the stream works weirdly on my computer because I have the chat, but then I don't have.
There's a better way to do it. There's got to be.
Sure, there is, but I don't know what it is.
Well, you know what? I'll look into it with all my free time.
All right, all your free time, which means nobody has free time. All right. Leland Gaunt says The Boys is a cool show. It's not that bloody. It shows how you people would really Shows you how people would really be like with superpowers. Like, page 1 comic says, like and click on the video. Why? Of all 507 people are watching right now, are there only 269 likes? Everybody right now, freaking click the like button. I still only see 269.
Oh man, come on.
You guys are disappointing me.
You guys...
Don't make me come down there and get all mom on you.
I'm glad people are watching. You don't have to, you know, hit whatever. We're good.
Right, we're going on. Dave's like, don't get mad, Meredith. Don't go Meredith. Don't go Meredith on the stream, Meredith. Jerry Rasco has a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Jerry.
Yes,
Jerry
thank
says,
you,
started
Jerry.
watching for a few months ago. I found myself integrating your rendering techniques into my own pages, especially shading dark colored clothing. Thanks to the great inspiration.
Well, thank you very much, Jerry. Thanks for the super chat, and it's great to hear that, you know, you're trying some of the stuff out and it's working, and I'm thrilled to hear it. Thank you. That's really great.
Tim O'Neill says there's 376 likes, which is good.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Russ Hicks says, wow, Meredith, that actually worked. People don't want Meredith to get Meredith on them.
Hey, I don't.
It's going up. Keep clicking that like button, says Eric Grove. I see 462. Come on, people. Let's go. Hit the like button.
It's actually pretty cool, you know? Wow.
Oh, hey, Meredith, it shows only 460 people watching. Well, if we've got 462 likes and 460 people are watching, we're doing well.
Yep.
My stream, like my likes, I have no idea through the whole night. Truthfully, I have no idea. Because it just freezes. I have no idea. Dan Genovese, I don't know if I said that right. $5 super chat. Dan says, Dave, is your birthday really July 4th? So is mine. It's not.
Yeah, see, now it's too bad because, well, you know, happy birthday next July 4th. Just remember I said that.
It's not the 4th of July.
It's not. It's May 19th. I don't know why that's up there. I've just never changed it. Well, I don't even, could I change it? I don't know. But yeah, it's weird information up on that thing. I don't know how that happened. No, it's my Wikipedia.
Oh, no, yeah, it's not. It is not. I mean, nobody here is doing a birthday party for him on July the 4th. Let me tell you that.
Be a cool birthday party. Birthday day, though. Birthday.
We're not American.
Hey, you know what? We're American adjacent.
Oh my gosh. Now you're tired drunk too. We're all tired drunk here. This stream is devolving. David. Michael Eamon wants to know, David, do you find Meredith yelling at you gets you to do things faster?
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I don't know why. I don't do it on purpose. I really don't. But apparently I have an intimidating personality at times. It's not my fault. Just I don't know how to describe it, Dave.
How to describe what? Your personality?
Yes.
Abrasive.
like sandpaper. Like your voice. I haven't coughed that much tonight, though.
Nope.
Nick from Detroit. My mom's birthday was Canadian Independence Day. That would be Canada Day. July the 1st. I love that.
Yeah.
Arnaud Ruby has a July the 1st birthday. Happy Canada Day on your birthday, and happy birthday to you on July the 1st. Sheldon Martin says, you can celebrate America's birthday. I'll celebrate that with you guys. Finch Flock, El Padrino. I know, I like Finch Flock. He's not going to go with it. Then we have to come up. Michael Eamon says, May 19th, that's my birthday too. Maybe we're related. Is that how that works? Dave was not born in 1971, Bruce Wayne.
Oh, does it say that too?
Yep, it does. He was not born in 1971.
No, 72.
Finch Squadron.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like how that happened, and you know.
Where that information? I mean, now you've just given every. The problem is now you're putting that information out there. I mean, these are all good people.
Everybody knows people's birthdays, really.
All good people on the stream.
Yeah, I think you're.
Just don't give them your social insurance number because I don't need to get a new credit card.
Yeah.
I think it's the rib cage. Greg L, $2 super chat. I think it's a rib cage. I can't tilt like this.
Look, what?
I don't know.
Like the... Oh, yeah, no, it is a rib cage. And thank you for the super chat, Greg L. And you are absolutely right. It's not possible for a human to do this. If you tilt like this, your stomach would actually, like, you don't see the rib cage there. It's a total cheat. I debated that technique for ages when I was learning, and because it's not correct anatomically, but it's the way that comic artists do it. I wanted to be a comic artist. I liked how it looked. And so I finally, I had to kind of reconcile with myself because I can be a little bit obsessive. I want things to be right. And I had to go, you know what, there's right and then there's style. And I chose ultimately to go with a stylistic approach that I liked. So you're totally right. It's not anatomically correct. And this is why I say you have to look at comic artists, but you have to also know anatomy. And then you can make informed choices. You can say, you know what, I think that looks stupid. I don't want to draw that way. I want to draw it properly. And artists do it very effectively. It didn't work for me. I don't know. Anyway, but when you make those choices, you're making them in an informed way. I think that's the way to go about it.
Cat 3211 says, did you either ever have Canadian accents, eh?
We have Canadian accents now.
I think I have more of a Canadian accent than
you came from further north.
I did.
I met John Nee, who was he was the creative director, manager, anyway, of Wildstorm when I first.
John Nee, now in charge of Marvel.
Right? Yeah, there you go. And I used to smoke when I was younger because we all did, and I stopped by his office. It's like day one of me being there. And I said, hey, you want to go grab a cigarette? Or I said, you want to go out and have a cigarette? And he said, you're from Canada? And I'm like, what? I said, out like a Canadian. I had no idea before that day that I had an accent. That's how I found out. Yeah. You want to go out for a cigarette? And if I was American, I actually started learning while I was there to say out. You want to go out for a cigarette? Because I got sick of people giving me the look. And it's still, now it feels really odd if I try and say out, but.
Vinicius A. Jardim says, I almost destroyed the like button because Meredith yelled at him to hit the like button.
Well, don't hurt anything, but
don't worry anything, but I'm glad you did that. Something sketchy. Hey Meredith, this question is for you. Do you force David to do things and he does them without any hesitation? If those things include taking out the garbage, doing the dishes, and rubbing my feet, yes. But you do them because I say please.
Yeah.
It's like a please force. It's a force. Are you rolling your eyes at me right now?
No.
I can't see.
No, I really wasn't.
Are you muting me right now? Are you muting me? Did you hit the mute button?
You know what? We're getting close to the end of the drawing, so I've been
paying attention.
Yeah, truthfully.
Michael Eamon, unrelated. What's your sin and your mother's maiden name? No reason, just curious.
Just, idle curiosity.
Oh, so funny. What was the name of the school that your first school that you attended in the street you grew up on? Greg L, $5. LOL. I mean, when I try to draw a pose like this, it's a ribcage I have trouble with. I can't effectively draw it in this position.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to be doing a male torso video. I think I will do that next. I really do think it's something that I've been promising to do for a while, and I keep not doing it. I know I have not done it because male torsos have backs. That's, you know what? Are you really why? No, I did a female torsos. I didn't even do backs. I'm such a cheater. You know what I should do? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split it up into 2 videos. The reason why I'm avoiding backs, I'll tell you guys right now. My back's the way that I do it. Yeah, I can draw a back. I could do it right now and it would be okay. But I have learned backs almost like how I learned hands. I can draw certain angles and they're almost unrelated to it. Like backs they have so much movement that it's very difficult to just come up with here's your back anatomy, this is what it looks like, and this is how, it's hard. And you really have to there's memory involved. You need to learn, if you lift the arm this way, this is what it looks like. And it's I really am afraid of trying to break down a back anatomy, because I could do that actually easily. Here's all the anatomy and there it is. I just don't feel like that's useful, and I want to do something useful. And that's where I'm like, you know, it's going to be a challenge. I'm going to do it. But I think it needs to be its own video, and I really need to put some thought into exactly how I want to get across, you know. And it's actually, I think it's going to improve my own art to try and really put some consideration into it, you know.
So apparently today is National Sons Day.
National
Sons Day.
So, oh, like your son.
Your son. So we will both, since we're both on the stream, because everybody on Facebook is doing it. So now I feel like a heel, and I refuse to do stuff like that on Facebook, but I'll do it on the stream because that's. It seems more sincere to shout out to our 3 boys.
Yeah.
Happy National Sons Day to Hayden, Everett, and Isaac.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm all for that. As long as you don't have to dump water over your head or something.
No, we're good. Anthony Gee says, Meredith Finch, when I hear you guys talk, I think about Letterkenny. That's a show we should watch.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that one.
And Matthew Mangy says, please don't yell at me. I pressed the like button. Eric Grove says, Meredith Finch, your call to action garnered about 100 likes.
How great is that, though?
People are afraid of me.
Oh, no. You know... Maybe.
You don't want Mama Meredith to come get them. Don't make me come get you. All right, we need sound effects. Where are the sound effects?
Oh, wait, here.
That's Kenny Wang.
There's one.
What's that one?
I don't know. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever heard it before.
Know what button he pushed.
Oh, I just hit it again. Whoops.
He doesn't even know what button he pushed.
No, I know what it was. It says scary. I don't know. This thing's kind of...
Was it scary, though?
I don't know. I can't hear it. I'll hear it later on, and then I'll go, oh, yeah, that wasn't
scary at all.
You can program these. I need to go through and actually, you know, maybe program some cooler sounds.
Yeah. It would be better if I had control.
Yeah, but the cord, not that long.
Oh, well, we need an extension cord. Greg Gal has a super chat for $2. I heard Meredith say about and figured Canadian.
See, there you go.
There you go.
It's all it takes.
Dan Genovese has a super chat for $5. David, I can't thank you enough for starting this channel and for you and Meredith doing these live streams. It is so helpful and inspiring.
Oh, well, thank you very much,
so
Dan.
Much. See, this is where we have to be nice. We are nice, naturally nice. I love doing this with you, Dave. It's fun.
Yeah, it is. I know you're tired sometimes, and, you know.
Well, I'm drunk tired at this point. 2 hours past my bedtime.
So you're drunk tired of that. Are you over there drinking? Drunk with tiredness.
Drunk with tiredness. Meredith is coming sound effect. That's the Meredith is... Mike Stewart says that's the Meredith is coming sound effect. So from now on, that's the sound effect you're going to play when we say, hit the like button, people. When Meredith says that. Because then I'm saying, if you don't hit the like button, Meredith is coming.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if you threaten people for likes, it's probably not effective. I don't know.
It works in my own house. I don't know. Maybe it worked for other people too.
Well, I'll say this. For all of you that hit like, I really do appreciate it. It's really nice of you to do that.
Thanks for all the likes. It seems weird though. I try to hit like buttons, but I think people just don't think about it.
No.
Truthfully, like I watch videos all the time. I don't always hit the like button because I'm like, I watched the video.
Yep.
But no, I should hit the like button more. I should be more aware.
Well, apparently what it does...
What does the like... Yeah, tell us, Dave. What does the like button do?
It lets YouTube know, their algorithm know that people enjoyed the content. And so it makes it more likely that they will recommend the content to them. So be aware, if you liked it, they'll end up recommending my stuff to you. So sorry. But also to other people too. So it's really very effective for...
I'm going to start... Oh, the microphone fell on me.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay.
Did it? You can't hear me.
No, I heard something though.
Did you? It was the microphone falling on me. Because I'm trying to get comfy because this couch... I mean, I complain every week. This couch kills my back.
Yeah, we need to figure something out.
Awful.
We're moving fairly soon, actually. So this whole setup's going to be a thing of the past in another few months, and then we'll think of something.
Yeah. Well, a couple months.
Okay, well...
February.
February, what's that? 6 months? Less than 6 months? Anything under 5 is couple.
Fair enough. I don't know. I know we're moving... Our moving date's far enough away that I can't get Isaac into school yet. So how about that?
Yeah.
But yet I don't have windows or doors in the house, but I have to give appliances. I had to buy appliances. So there you go.
We're moving out to the country.
I'm taking everything I can from this house. I'm just saying, if it's not freaking nailed down, I'm so cheap right now. I would pull up the hardwood flooring if I could take it.
Yeah. Well, house is kind of costing money.
It is.
Yeah, we're building a house out in the country, everybody, which I'm very excited about.
Mention it on.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Meredith is more excited than me because eventually she wants to bring our horses out there,
Horses.
which I don't want to do because horses poo,
Okay.
and I don't want to be doing it. And she says, "Oh yeah, I'll clean it," but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, let's be fair here. He doesn't clean the dog poo or the cat poo as it is, so I don't know why he's complaining about the horse poo, because we all know who's cleaning it up. The difference is the dog poo I have to search the yard for. The horse poo's in a stall.
I don't think you'd have to search for it
It's a
anyway.
14 by 14. That's true, it's big. But it's a 14 by 14 box.
Yeah.
Oh no, Aaron Henderson had to leave a little early. Thanks for coming, Aaron.
Yeah, thank you, Aaron. Thank you for coming. Hopefully we'll see you next time.
Winter is coming. Eric and Sheldon are talking about winter is coming. Winter will be a terrible time to move. It's true.
Yeah, it will be.
But fortunately, we don't live in like northern Ontario, so hopefully we'll get some nice days and we'll hire some nice moving men. Nobody will. Oh my gosh, the comic books. The comic books, Dave. I want a whole month to move, just so we can move the comic books. One day at a time. That will be the day, like, you're taking the month of February off, you won't even work.
Oh no.
Just so we can move comic books. This is why I actually told my parents they need to move to Windsor, so they can
they can be your Sherpas.
They can be my Sherpas.
Is that right? No, Sherpas are more of a guide.
No,
Whatever.
They schlep your stuff too.
Sure, yeah, okay. But anyway, yeah, you know what I mean.
Johnny Cage, JP7 says horses are really careful with their poop. It's not hard to deal with. See? JP.
So he knows, yeah. I don't know this stuff. All I know is that it smells like horse poop.
Nancy Boyer says, Meredith, there's a ton of farmland bias and lots of horses. Horses are awesome. They smell good. They just smell good. Like, I don't even know. I don't know why they smell so good. Like cows? Cows don't smell good.
No.
But horses, if you put your nose on a horse, they just smell good. There's something special about a horse. Robert T says, my cousins live in rural Ontario and have a real hard time getting high-speed internet, so keep that in mind when you're going. Good news for us is we live in Windsor, Essex County, and I'm pretty sure that where we are, there's high speed. I see them actually, it's so funny because I see them laying the line every time I drive by the property.
Yeah, we're very fortunate that they're putting it out there now.
We're not going rural Ontario rural.
Yeah.
We're going like 10 minutes from a town, just far enough out that, Oh my gosh, Spooky's Hideout says, Meredith, you really know how to scare people. There are now more likes than people in the chat. It's Halloween. You can sell horse poop. We're going to spread on our fields. We're not going to sell that stuff. That's gold. Now we have more likes of people watching. All right, Dave. That means, you know what that means?
What, it's time for me to wrap it up?
It's time for you to wrap her up.
Well, is it really? Oh, yeah, time passed. Okay, I took a little longer than I thought. Well, I am basically finished. Let me just...
Patches is back saying it's
yeah,
time for bed.
what's going on here? Time for bed.
I can't even read the computer screen because you know how cats are. They sit right in front of where you are. Meredith, please ask Dave to show how to draw wings.
That'll be next week.
You should. Okay, there you go. Next week. Siddhartha Mohanty.
All right, yeah. Well, Siddhartha, I will have that absolutely next week. That's this character right here, and he's got wings, and he is coming next.
And also you could do it on the stream.
I could do what?
Anthony Gee says, Meredith about Letterkenny. I think you'd like it if either of you are originally from rural Ontario. You are not, but I am.
Yeah. Well, I am from Ontario, just not
You're
rural.
not rural Ontario.
Right.
Play the scary Meredith music. It's time to wrap it up.
There you go.
That's from Michael Eamon. One Mighty R says, Meredith Finch, how often do people recognize Dave out in public? It really doesn't happen that often.
No, not too often.
I would say like 5 times. Every once in a while. Like there's certain places we go where I know that people know us. Like if I go to the bookstore, there are people at the bookstore who know us. The first time I was like, hey, are you Meredith Finch? I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, I am. It was so cool.
Why, yes.
Why, yes, I am. And then at like a restaurant in town, he was like, are you Dave Finch? That was fun.
Yeah.
But
So,
most
yeah.
people, you know, here's the thing. Remember when Jesus was like, the prophet is never...
So we're comparing ourselves to Jesus.
No.
That's what we're doing right now. Just, make that
We're
clear.
not comparing ourselves to Jesus. I'm just saying this is an adage that's been around, as long as Jesus. Probably longer. Nobody cares about people in their hometown. We could be doing a signing and like 10 people would show up here. We could go to Toronto and 10 times 10 would show up.
It is true, though, yeah.
Like,
I was talking to Jay Fabok about the same thing happening, yeah.
Even Meredith again. That's what people say around here.
It's true.
Can those two stop tooting their own horn? I went to school with that guy. He didn't even finish grade 10. That's what they say.
All right, so we're fit. You know what? I'll wait till next week to sign it. But this is our Hellboy.
Don't sign it because it's not finished.
It's not finished. So there's Hellboy. That was a lot of fun. There are a couple places on there where I'm like, oof, I wish I could spend a little more time and clean it up, but that's how it always is with these. It's
and play the Scary Meredith music because it's.
I just did. I'm not doing it again. Maybe we'll end with it. All right. Yeah. Just give in. Oh wait, I hit it and then there. Okay.
There you go.
Anyway, thank you very, very much to Eric Grove for helping out at the beginning of the show. It was a blast to have him on. We'll definitely do that again. I'm looking forward to that. It's great to have Meredith back, obviously. I'm sure you guys were
back. Thanks for making me feel like you missed me.
I think they did. I did. It's good to have you on here again. And yeah, next week we'll be drawing Lucian from Ascension. It's a create your own comic that you can kind of see him up at the top of the screen. And there he is. It's from a create your own comic that I did way back in '95. So most of you probably are not so familiar with it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. He's got wings and claws and, it's just a fun character. So cool stuff. So yes, thank you very, very much again. I hope you guys have a great week. And we will see you next Monday for our live stream again, 8:00 every Monday. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe
and hit the like button.
I think they got that one. You guys got that one. All right. Thanks again. Have a great week. We will see you soon. I'm in the wrong screen. I can't even close it. I do this every time. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Bye.